Right. Well,
correct.
You guys need a bottle opener? What do you guys need? You guys need.
I got my
one of those.
Kellen uses his
Let me
teeth.
go grab. Yeah.
Oh,
grab my.
calm down.
actually,
Oh, the lighter right there. That works.
That's a bottle opener.
Pre
If you know what you're doing.
You know how to do that or what?
Oh,
Whoa.
How do you do that?
this is magic.
We gotta like superimpose the water bottle so because Kellen's not allowed to drink beer anymore.
Well, we brought him back. We resurrected him.
No, just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
No more beers.
Yeah. All right.
Brought
No
to you
reason
in
that
part
we
by
can't get started
Chipotle
early.
Mexican Grill.
This one's brought to us by Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Hey, Chipotle, if you're listening, we need a little sponsor. You guys need a little
Yes,
advertisement
sir.
on the
God,
on the
I love
podcast.
Chipotle, dude.
Actually, Santa Barbara Chicken Ranch.
Yeah, Chicken Ranch.
Yeah,
We love the Chicken Ranch.
Santa Barbara Chicken Ranch.
Yeah.
Mm.
The owner, yeah.
Matt Banco. He started Moto Man SB. It's like a group ride we do every Wednesday night.
Are we on the air?
I saw that.
We ride
We're live.
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
We're live.
We
See,
stop for the
everyone,
winter.
every time they do that, they freak out. They go, "What are we?
Yeah.
Are we what?" Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Nobody.
But yeah,
freak out. I just wanna
Chicken
know if
Ranch
we're-
is bomb.
We're plugging Chicken Ranch right now. I wanna
Chicken
be
Ranch
live.
is
Yeah,
bomb.
because I'm gonna hit them up later on to fucking see if they want.
Dude.
Yeah.
They closed it down. Yeah. There's one in Santa Barbara and Goleta. They put one in Ventura, and I guess it didn't do well.
Oh, was that the one over by Target? I
think so.
Okay.
Every
Yeah.
He's
place that
supposed to be
goes.
hooking us up with a card. He's like, "Come, guy."
He's
feel bad,
supposed
though.
to, and then he's been on he's always on world vacation. He's like
Oh.
always touring, either pedaling or riding. Now he got a new camper.
He wanted to
so
give
he's-
us a Chicken Ranch card though. He said we get free Chicken Ranch anytime we
Yeah.
want.
But
Pull it
So
into a little
Matt,
bit.
if you're listening, we need our Chicken Ranch credit cards.
We'll make sure that it gets over to. We'll make sure we get the message over.
Yeah,
to him,
Miller,
man. Yeah.
Gorilla, and I. Maybe Dynanate, but Dynanate never shows up.
Gorilla. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Did I
Kellen.
miss something?
He means
this
Kellen.
Is
this is my
I know, I was
silverback.
like, wait a minute. I thought
Is it because he's black? I don't get it.
Listen,
Some
I didn't
people
want
might
to.
take it
I didn't
that
want to
way.
say that. I did not want to.
No.
he's my spirit animal. Okay? Gorilla's my spirit animal.
Yeah. No, I think it's because of his size.
Yeah, you're.
I don't really feel that big though.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
You had to take.
You were
a-
bigger.
Yeah, he
and,
did.
and then I'm
we
the
were just
world's
talking about this while we were eating. He said that
angriest,
he wasn't-
smallest gorilla.
He wasn't able to touch his shoulders and shit before or wipe his butt.
Ugh.
I was getting harder.
No
It was
shit. You got
restricting
to
my
that
riding.
point.
Yeah, I got to that point where it was restricting my riding, so I was like, I literally just stopped working out.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
And he wanted to be more
flexibility
like
is
me.
Slightly important in the stuff that you do.
He wanted to be more like me too, so he was like, "I need to be more like that guy."
A little more flacco. Well, shit. Cheers, boys. Thank you guys for
Cheers.
coming and hanging out.
Chipotle, Merry Christmas.
Shawn, Brennan, Kellen, and the homeboy Joe
Thanks
coming
for
and
bringing the
hanging out.
fucking
Yeah.
heater.
Joe, the MVP, coming
In
through
clutch
space
with the
heater.
heater.
Thank you, Joe. for
Our
the heater.
Canadian was freezing.
Yeah,
I know. How is a Canadian freezing?
I'm cold, dude.
You know what? My aunt's from Minnesota. She moved here again recently, and she said it's a different cold here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that rings true, but
Not for me. I'm the same part of the earth, the same side. I'm not. I'm a little farther up. Not much.
But he's on the
farther.
coast. He's on an island.
I'm on a coast.
He's on an island. You're not on a coast. You're on an island.
I'm on the coast.
But you're on an island.
Yes, I'm on an island. If you draw a line around us, so around Oxnard, we're going to be on an island. So it's the same thing as me.
well, gentlemen, welcome back, Shawn, Brennan, and of course Kellen / Gorilla. Now I guess I threw up in
No.
there. No, I'm just fucking.
That's friends only.
I
name.
got okay. Hey, fair enough, as it should be. You know,
We
there's
don't, need
things
people,
that you.
It's all
we don't
good.
need people running around calling him Gorilla. Gorilla's going to be fucking doing the Hulk smash.
Agree. Yes. Kellen or Kellen Stunt. That's what we refer to him as. And if you don't know the name, go look him up. You'll fucking find out who he is real quick. But
Thank you.
fellas, I needed you guys to come back and hang out. New year. I thought, you know what? The first podcast of the year seems fitting to have some local homeboys come and cruise over, some familiar faces, and start the new year off right. This is the first recorded podcast of the year, and I thought, this is a fucking perfect way. Brennan, you and I have been keeping communication. Shawn, seen you over at the lot a couple of times. Kellen, I always see the damn fucking van driving around, dog. I think I'm billboard, homeboy.
Thank you.
So, but thank you guys for coming and cruising back, man. A lot has changed, I think. A lot has happened and shit since the last time we talked, right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Man.
Thanks for having us. It's awesome to be here.
Fuck yeah,
Yes,
man.
thank
Fuck
you.
yeah.
It's
So
always fun.
what's new? I heard like I want to start. You hit me up with some of these shreddy stuff, dude. I want to find out a little bit more about this real quick because as a homeboy supporting, that's what we do.
It's clothing. My little brother was a professional skateboarder, and he owns gift brand. So he's helped me start my own
Fuck yeah, man.
clothing. Shreddies is, we just go out and shred and rip as hard as we can on anything 2 wheels.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I figured we need to start having some gear when we show up at all these events instead of showing up empty-handed.
Oh yeah.
And it's definitely been an adventure and being well received for sure.
Definitely, dude.
So,
I've been watching,
Yes.
man. I've been watching. You guys, the crew's been doing shit, man. Like the work that you guys been putting in. I think a lot of people underestimate and underrate how much effort and work and plays got to go into what you do. You guys just make it look easy. And then I think people underestimate how often you're at the fucking lot and how much you're banging practice and hitting balance points. The whole shit that goes into it, definitely fucking underrated. So I say that in context because I've watched what, your growth. You're on a fucking Dyna now. You're on the Harley game.
Yeah.
This motherfucker I showed up and you're all, watch this, Bob, putting a leg over the bars and shit. You're always fucking around, man. You're always on different levels, Shawn. So
Sean's from last year when he was here till now, it's 200% improvement.
Yeah,
It's insane.
Last time I was here, was I riding?
Yeah.
A little bit?
yeah, a little bit.
you were.
Yeah.
So you weren't
Yeah, you
killing
came-
it like
you
you are
came-
now.
You came with the sporty.
Yeah.
You came with the sporty.
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
it was. I don't think it was
wasn't.
built
No,
up
no,
yet.
no. I don't think I was even really doing anything yet. I don't think I was even.
Well, the first time you came, you had the car. And
yeah.
then the second time you had the
I had the
sporty,
sporty,
but it
that was
wasn't
when I
dialed.
just got back to
Yeah,
Florida, and I wasn't even
exactly.
scraping yet.
No,
Right.
Oh no, you were just playing around with the boys, I think. Kind of.
Yeah.
You were just like, this is kind of fun. Not fun, but you were out there
Yeah.
fucking with it. Now, that's what I'm saying. The watching your, the Instagram and everything grow and what you're doing on it, you can see the improvement if you're following along.
He's skyrocketed.
Yeah.
That's the name of the
got,
game, right?
Got 6th at Brawl in Vegas. I mean, he's absolutely on fire.
Wow.
Okay. When was the brawl in Vegas? When was that? What's that?
September?
I saw him live in Vegas.
Is it
Oh, you were
September?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He was smashing.
Dude, fuck yeah. Congratulations on
Thank
that
you.
shit,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate it.
Hey, dude, it's about like progression, right? You ain't gonna fucking go and get first
Yeah.
every fucking time, but you got to get better and you got to get, inch closer to the top and be the better person that fucking day.
Yeah, stay hungry.
Stay
motivated.
fucking hungry, dude.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Yeah.
And he's been hungry. It shows in the writing. So same
Fuck
with
yeah,
Brennan.
man.
Yeah.
They're both really hungry. Brennan's trying to compete in the brawl now too. So
I got a quick question.
Put-
if you don't mind.
What's up, man?
Did you bust your front forks? Did you
Oh,
bust your front
I
forks
got you.
out
No.
there in the brawl?
No.
Okay, that wasn't you.
No.
But I saw you out there. I just didn't know if that was you on the bike or not at that time.
Was that like, did somebody crash?
No, they came down hard and like busted out their front forks pretty
Hmm.
bad. I could have swore it was you. I thought it was you.
No, my white bike? Probably not.
No.
I don't
He
think so.
he did do a no-hander and almost went through the fence in the back because the bump.
Yeah, the
That was nasty.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit,
that's
he's
what
not gonna
that's what it
stop.
was? That's what he's talking about.
Oh, you think I just came down really
Yeah.
hard? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you almost hit the fence at the end. Nah.
I didn't feel out of
Keep it
control.
sketchy.
I didn't feel out of control.
You
So,
just- no, you
Was
just
that your
snapped.
first I mean,
That's my second.
where does that rank on?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
my second competition. So I did Dakota. Yeah, South Dakota.
No,
Okay.
Is that it? No, wait.
No,
was
you
it?
did Durango.
Oh, Durango.
Four
yeah,
corners.
yeah,
He did
Durango,
four corners.
Oh, okay.
You got 10th?
Yeah, I
Yep.
got 10th.
Yep.
Yeah, it was my first one, and I was just like trying it out. I wanted to see how I would do, and I felt kind of confident. I can't help it, but I just, as soon as I try something and I'm like starting to get good at it, I can't help it. Just want to be the best. So I'm just like, I gotta go, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go full fledged. I don't want to stop. So I've literally just been riding like nonstop. That's why I'm, moved down here with Brennan a little bit, staying here as much as I can, without breaking the rules of being a Canadian citizen here. And the old,
Strike that from the record.
Yeah. And so then I did Vegas. I was riding in. Jesse and I went to Denver, and we're hanging out with all the Breaker boys. And Seabear was there and stuff. And yeah, Seabear was like, "No, I think you need to be in Vegas." Or he's like, "I think you need to be in Durango." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "I'll try it." And then he was like, "Yeah." So I was gonna wait. My first one was gonna be Vegas. And then I went in Durango for the first one, and he was like, "See, look," he's like, "You got 10th," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy." I didn't think I was gonna do that good, and then I did it. But
You never know who's out there competing that day. You don't know who your competition is. You don't know who's showing up. And then I think like anything else, man, anything competitive, the only way for you to learn what to do in competition is to be in the competition. You're not going to know what to do the very first fucking
honestly,
time, you know?
I'm really glad that I did that one first, because then I kind of was like, okay, now I know what the fuck I'm doing for the next one, because man, you don't realize, but when you got 2 minutes, that's
all you have.
It goes by really quickly.
I'd imagine
it goes by really quickly, but at the same time though, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're like, fuck, I gotta fill 2 minutes of tricks now. So now you're like, I gotta think. And so like when you're thinking, you're in the moment, and you're like, oh shit, did I just do the same thing twice? And you're like trying not to be like, you try to fill the whole course, you're trying to do everything properly. And like I said, I come from, or like we talked about it last time, like my drifting shit. So like, you know, I know how to fill the voids and go to the spots you need to be. And I'm like, oh, but then yeah, it's crazy. On the bike is like so much different.
Also, contests or events or a race, it changes everything. You can practice all you want, and alone in a lot is totally different than with the crowd, with the judges, with everybody, with everything, you know. So
you feel the
it changes everything. The anxieties, you're like, oh shit, you know.
Especially like, all the boys that were out there, like they all know who I am. I've been going to all the brawls with Jesse, with my roommate, and going along with him, and then all of a sudden I'm on a bike, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like looking at me pulling out to the course. They're like, what the fuck is he doing going on there? All the guys that they're not even riding in the comps, and they're like, how the fuck did he get out there already? And I'm like,
fuck yeah,
I don't know.
It definitely changes everything. I got to practice in Las Vegas. Max let me practice, and all the lots are different, you know. So from our lot here, you know, I went there and it was slipping. I wasn't getting it to wheelie. And then when I was trying to Larry, it was gripping. And I was totally flustered. And then, you know, with everybody watching, you know, you got a short amount of time to practice. It was very hard. It was a lot harder,
crazy,
you know, than you'd think, you know.
It's kind of it's a trip now that to like hear you break down like what you're saying, Shawn, where it's like fill in the gap and touch this part and do this trick. Because as a spectator, I know Joe over here. Joe just bangs wheelies out in the street. We have fun getting video camera footage and shit like that. Joe's a wheelie guy.
Sick.
Yeah, Joe's the wheelie fucking guy.
Scraper.
No. But it's like, but there's that just having some fun and just banging some shit out. And then there's it's so, to me, it's so interesting to hear the competition side of it, because on a spectator on the other side of the wall or in the bleachers, only the people that are probably watching you guys, your fellow teammates, are looking at you in that. And of course the judges, everyone else is just enjoying a show. Totally. And I say that because I think that's not important, but it's like, hey, remember that shit when you're watching you guys fucking do that shit. They're out there banging a wheelie one hand, making it look honestly effortless, to be legit. But that's like fucking like, okay, I can imagine one-handed fucking wheelie, you're trying to fucking scrape, and then Shawn, I'm thinking through the scenario you walk me through. You're already fucking thinking, okay, what's next? Got to drop the fucking clutch.
Land, turn. You're
that's
like,
what
okay,
I'm
I
saying.
gotta go back the other way. What am I gonna do? I don't want to do the same
next trick, and then the next trick. So before you're even done with the trick, you're processing the fucking next thing. So it's a dance out there, you know. It's not just a fucking go out there and have fun and bang wheelies. You got to put together a combination, a show, so to speak, better than the homeboy that was in front of you or in back of you, whatever.
And that's the thing, dude. With the last, just me being a part of the brawls now, but like within the last year, the skill level has literally like tripled. Like before, like even
everyone's
Nate,
coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Even Nate was saying, Nate was like, dude, the first time, like when you're watching these guys go, it's like everyone's just, you know, doing scrapes or, you know, some minor hand drags or like whatever. But now it's like totally fucking different. People are just
never hit live on that
crazy
thing
now.
No,
I forgot.
Yeah.
Is it unlocked or no?
Yeah.
That was crazy. He did jump the island. He fucking dirt biking his fucking sporty out there. That shit was epic.
That shit for me, when I was watching you guys out there in Vegas,
Yeah,
I was watching everyone. I'm just like, This shit is fucking respectful. And
Now you too hot now?
dude,
No,
this shit-
I can hear it in the background.
Oh, okay, move it back then.
just hearing that shit is just
It's definitely exciting.
It's
It's definitely exciting, especially when you see everybody get together and everybody pushes each other, you know. So Nate comes out and Nate's pushed the level super far. Jesse, his roommate and best friend, has risen right with Nate. He won Durango and he's got side saddles. He's got side saddle slides and everybody just keeps pushing the bar up. And then but once you get everybody together, everybody feeds off each other, you know, and then you see some epic riding, you know. So even through all the trials and tribulations, Corey, I was practicing with Corey and he ate shit, you know, bike bounced, no hander, because there was a bump in the downhill and it bounced him up and out and his bike pancaked and he broke his foot or ankle. And he get second or third place?
Yeah.
You know, so they picked the bike up, they fixed the bike Friday night and competed Saturday and got like second place.
It's like racing, man. It's like it's similar fashion where it's like, well, I'm gonna do everything I can to get this bike up and running to get back on the fucking course essentially the next day, you know, or whatever.
And then there's funny things
Shit's
like
breaking all the time.
Baby T, we left Friday night and his bike was down. We all had dinner. I come back Saturday morning. Baby T's bike's fixed and he's down with a broken leg.
Oh my god,
That's crazy. Bro.
Baby T likes the backflip off things, and he backflipped and landed on the curb sideways and just rolled his ankle and busted.
It wasn't even on the motorcycle.
It was a spiral broke his tib fib.
Oh my god!
Insane, dude. Could you imagine? Wow.
That's fucking.
What was funny is that was the discussion at dinner that night. Tyrannosaurus Bax was talking about all the backflips, and I was like, sounds like you failed a lot of the time. And everybody's like, no, he's got it like 60% of the time. I'm like, what does that even mean?
No, I'd say he's got it 90% of the time. I think it's just sometimes you fuck up, maybe a little too drunk or a little too this, a little too that.
Yeah, push the envelope, have a little. Yeah, I get you. We all have that type of shit, you know. Are you guys still going Friday nights? Is that kind of still? It's winter time.
No, the lot's actually closed.
It's closed till the 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were going to be. I don't know. I thought maybe they were going to be.
I saw today that there was
Oh.
Caltrans stuff there today.
Oh, I got you. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that fucking makes sense. It's
They
pretty
do.
But I
It's
drove
a
by
lot.
it though, and there was nothing. The lot was clean. It looked nice.
Yeah, but now I think it's flooded. But when I went up today to get the parts that we forgot, there was Caltrans people in the lot.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't equipment, but I saw some big trucks.
Looked like they were doing work or no?
No, I
just
think
hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm
Smoking
not sure, but it's
doobies
supposed to
underneath
open
the
back up on the 13th.
It's Caltrans, man.
Yeah.
You never know if they're working or if they're kicking it.
Smoking
you know? They
doobies.
both look the same
Yeah.
if you're watching Caltrans.
Yeah.
Well, if they're working, it's one dude working and
then,
10 guys watching.
Yeah, that's how you know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50 Caltrans workers and 50 lesbians have in common. 100 people that don't do dick.
Shit balls.
I'm gonna store that one. Store that one.
I usually do it with city workers. I'm like, what does 50 city workers and 50 lesbians have in common? 100 people that don't do dick. The guy's like, what? The guy grabs his broom, puts it in the truck, and leaves.
That's what I did. I broomed.
Yeah.
I broomed today.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
so Friday nights, most of the time they can, like, for me being local, I could just cruise up there and I know that you guys are there. I could just text you and find out, hey, you guys going to be around and stuff. But I mean, I know that during the summertime, man, I was taking my kids out there, dude, and that shit was just a good like good time, dude. Like I sat there and was like watching you do your thing, dude. So still pops off over there. I'd imagine more spring, summertime probably is when you know
we almost go. Yeah, almost
go
every second day. Almost.
But for you guys, it's your guys' lot, you know. But I mean, I say your guys' lot in terms of where you guys go to practice.
Yeah,
Well, go ahead. You can
and
say that. It's ours.
There you go.
It's ours.
Fucking that's
It's
what I
our
like,
spot.
dog. That's what I like.
It's the 805 spot. But
Boom.
yeah, spring and summer, man, it fills up and it's like a party. You know, people bring their kids. People, you know, we've had barbecues. We've had, you know, it goes off. You know,
dude.
the cars,
It's a
the
good ass
beach.
time.
You know,
I invite when I'm going up there. I'll try and invite a couple friends. Hey, I'm hitting the lot. If you guys want to come and hang out, you know, come and chill.
We've had guys. We've had Canadians. We've had Australians. You know, after Vegas, we had 10 of the top Harley riders in the world
Kids
at
are
the
out
lot.
there. The
You
whole
know,
thing,
so
man. It's
it's definitely turned into something, and people all want to come, hit us up on Instagram. Where you at? I gotta ride that
We
lot.
got to get a clip there.
Yeah, I need that shot.
Because the
You know,
backdrop of the cliff
Yeah,
and the sunsets there are just
the
they're
beach,
magical. Really.
Under the tunnel.
The
Yeah,
tunnel
it's a good
to the
spot.
beach.
It's
It's
a good spot.
It's super sick.
it's. I started it in Point Wainimi, Oxnard spot with these guys, and then we quickly shifted over here. But those the only two spots I've known, and everywhere I go, everybody's like, that is the best lot I've ever seen. You guys are so lucky. And
Yeah.
it is.
so
He's kind of spoiled.
yeah, I definitely got spoiled.
Yeah, down the way. Yeah, we get spoiled. We have more along this coast than we think, and we realize when you live. I've lived here all my life. And
Yep.
sure, I've lived all my
Born
life.
and
Santa
raised,
Barbara
yeah.
County,
So
Santa Barbara.
take it
County,
for granted.
and then I forget that I have
Yeah.
shit like that right here. Because now look, it's as simple as the lot.
Yep.
But you got a bunch of fucking people hitting you up going, that is such like that's the dream. That's like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yep.
East Coast dudes, they're done. They can't ride for 4+ months. You know, they all wish
snow.
they could come shred. You know,
That's
Yeah, and
true.
us too. Like, you know, all my Canadian friends too. They're like, yeah, we want to go back to that lot because the lot's so good, and it's like being able to ride all year long too is so nice. This is like our springtime. For
Yeah.
us, so
Well, it's the price we pay for living here in California.
Exactly.
You know,
We all grind.
we grind to
We
live
pay
here.
for it.
Don't get me wrong. Don't. Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. That is, and whether.
In our sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and listen,
Lots
it's at
of work.
all fucking levels, man. It's like
Yeah.
if you're living in a 1-bedroom, you're
Yeah.
grinding to live in that fucking 1-bedroom. If you're
exactly.
living in a $1 million house,
Yep.
you're grinding to live in that.
Exactly.
It's just the mentality out here.
Exactly.
It
Sink
sure
or
is.
swim out here, man.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I love it out here.
and then to keep the bikes
You
going.
like that's why you like
yeah,
it.
that's why I
Yeah.
like it,
Then you got to keep the bikes going on top of it. It's no joke.
yeah.
we Miller and Nate just put in my new motor in my bagger today. You know, that thing's been down for like 7 months, and
yeah.
you know,
Fuck yeah. How much did you guys have to like actually accomplish today? Did you?
did everything.
There was nothing
Everything.
in there. There
Start
was
to
it was
Everything.
No,
empty
no.
hole at the beginning.
No. There
Blown
was a
up motor.
blown up motor in it, and we pulled it out, put the new motor in, got it back running again. Everything's ready to go. With a new
Oh, you
battery.
had a whole new other fucking one to throw
whole
in.
brand new motor.
Gotcha.
Dom,
okay.
Dom 829 from Arizona.
Fuck yeah.
Hooked it up. It's a stock, really clean 88 twin cam.
Dope.
Limiter Larson. I Venmoed him the money, and he delivered it to me at Ride of Legends.
That's
so
dope, man.
I can't thank them enough. You know, and that's this ride community is everybody helps each other out. You know,
Yeah,
so
big.
that was supposed to be Limiter's spare motor, and he let me take it. You know.
You'd
So-
rather see somebody else running than just one city.
and
I'd
he
imagine.
delivered it, and I couldn't do this without Miller and Nate and their help. You know,
Good
the love
shit.
that they gave me today and all the hard work they gave.
Fuck yeah. How come we didn't bring Nate? Nate's always welcome here, man. Where's Nate?
He's got a
He's got
baby on the
bacon at
way.
home.
Oh, I
He's got
got
a
you.
baby on the way.
I totally understand that shit, man. I
Yeah.
got the babies, man.
This chick's ready to pop.
Yeah.
quick.
He's got
month.
she's like
She's-
right around the
or
I think
corner
the
there.
28th. He
yeah,
said.
this month. Yeah, this
Yeah.
month.
Wow. Well, congratulations to them. And
Not too long ago.
No, this will be his first.
That's the first kid.
This
Boy,
will be his
girl?
first.
do
Boy.
they know?
I think it's a boy. Yeah.
Boy? Oh yeah, right on, man. Right on.
A
As
baby.
men, you always want to get that first one out. You want to get that boy out the way. You just want to get that one out the way, you know?
Right. Yeah.
You're like, all right. I get it. I understand. As a dad to all girls, I'm like, oh man, I didn't do that. I didn't knock that one out. But
Yeah.
I love my girls, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't see it any other way. I love being a girl dad, you know.
Me too. Yep.
Kellen, you got another one, homeboy.
Yeah.
On the way, yeah.
Yep.
Excited, good,
Yeah,
ready,
excited.
ready.
Getting ready. I feel.
Getting ready, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like it's
I don't
never
think you can
enough.
ever be ready.
Yeah. I feel like.
Dude, it's so funny now. Like my wife, you know, first one for her, first one together, but for her, she got all the, you know, the doodads and the extra stuff and the wipe warmer and the this and the that. And then the second one we had 15 months later, we had back to back, boom, boom. And then she's like, I didn't need any of this
Nope.
stuff. I don't want any of that stuff. So just a reminder,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
they were raising babies in the 1900s with what they had and stuff, dude. You know,
There you go.
those things are nice to have, but boy, are they not necessities at all, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because then it just clutters your house. I got crap up the ass. I got shit. I'm trying to have a garage sale here soon. Get rid of some shit. So if you guys need to get rid of some shit, bring it over here and sell that shit, man.
Right
Get
on.
rid of it. But hey, on the stunt lot though, since you guys have that available to you guys as often as we do, because we live in fucking Southern California and shit, that's led to the practice. That's led to the hustle. That's led to the grind. That's led to the opportunities that have kind of like presented themselves for you guys. And dude, I'm excited like for what's kind of like on the table. I don't know how much, and if you can, spill it all fucking out there. But you got an event coming up here in February that you guys are going to be
actually,
slaying at, or what?
January 8th.
Oh,
this
there's
Sunday,
one before.
where we'll be at King of SoCal.
Where's
at
this at? Where's
Lake Elsinore?
Lake Elsinore.
It's,
All three
Storm
of you guys
Stadium.
are going to be out there?
I'll be there. He'll be there.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll
be out there?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured out.
He's
if
gonna
we
be
go or
there.
not.
Okay.
I'm making him go.
And if you go, are you you guys are competing,
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's a yearly competition.
Okay.
Um,
That's the first. Is this the kickoff kind of? Is this the first one for
it's
the year?
the competition happens for the kickoff annual ride called the New Year's Ride. It's a big ride hosted by Cali Bike Nights.
Okay.
And yeah, so the end of the ride ends at the stadium, and that's where they have the big
contest.
bike.
This is the
stunt
first
showdown.
year that they're letting Harleys in, though.
Yes.
Ah.
I bugged him.
What are you riding, Kellen?
I'm riding my street bike.
You're gonna ride the street bike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a title to defend, so, you know,
Fair enough.
but I want to ride
man.
both, so I might have a little surprise for everybody to
Oh, I
swap,
feel that, man.
show off both skills.
So there's a ride out in the street before you guys head over to the stadium to have the show itself.
Yep, with the vendors and everything.
Okay. Dope, man. So I always see the video of the stuff, man. I always see like the street rides and stuff. Those look like an absolute blast, man. I'd just be over there just watching you guys.
You gotta go.
None of that shit.
You gotta go to
Yeah,
one of
it's
them.
super.
I know.
sick.
I
You
need.
just stay at the back and hang out.
Yeah,
and be a
for
part
sure.
of it.
I got a GoPro and shit.
Yep.
And I just want to be over there, just watching you guys get some content and shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did the Ride of Legends December 12th.
I did see that one as
Yeah,
well.
it was a good time.
That one was over like 6th Street Bridge and all
Yep.
kinds of shit,
Sixth
wasn't it?
Street. Friday night we did the hood ride, and it poured all night long, dude. We
Yeah.
were soaked, absolutely
That's one of those
soaked.
things. Like I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, but it was
But
epic.
so fun.
I'm at home sucking on titty.
know what?
Fuck you guys. I ain't going shit.
Hold on, let me put this mic down.
Hey, the tunnel was
I love
sick,
it.
dude. The tunnel was epic. The night was good. The night was
Yeah.
good. Everybody
funny.
was suffered. Everybody was soaked. Everybody was cold. But everybody who did it was like, "I'm so happy that I did that. That was an epic moment in time."
That's
I was
And it
super
was
happy
rad.
I didn't do it.
When
he-
he walked it all soaked in the
He showed up Saturday morning for the sun and all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
it was awesome.
Well, it sounds like he wasn't too
I didn't-
disappointed with the
no.
situation.
He
where
wasn't
was
at all.
No,
He wasn't
I'd
at
do it
all.
again.
There-
Do it again.
Rides like that though are epic, man. The
It was great.
experience, the
At the
fun,
end
the
of it,
rain. Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, I've gone
It
on.
was great.
I did 1Ks and I've hit rain and heat, and that's what makes the journey for me. That's what makes the fucking ride. I remember it because of the shit, not because of where I was or where I
Yeah.
went necessarily.
Yeah.
The dumbass shit or the crazy shit that happened. Helping somebody on the side of the road or whatever the fuck it may be.
Yes, sir.
That's what
Yes, sir.
experience. is.
Yeah, where I'm from, it's like it'll be super sunny out and then literally sunning at the sun at the same time, raining, pissing down rain while it's sunny out. You're like, what is going on here? But
Why?
we're in we did our Canada tour last year, and we stopped in Kelowna. We were doing a ride. We just went and wanted to go meet up with these other kids that rode from Kelowna. So we went to their spot, and as we were riding there, super hot out, sunny, super nice, t-shirts on, just riding. Great. We get there, we ride for about half an hour. All of a sudden, there's this ginormous cloud, and it's just like pissed off, and you're like, oh no. And it fucking pissed down rain. I'm serious. There was like 2 inches of water on the road, and we were riding back. I had my leg up and over my air cleaner so that it wasn't just pelting rain into my air cleaner.
That's the worst, man.
And I'm just
Fucking
like,
rain.
My bike was
Stingers.
like pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
Like you could
Yep.
all of us were like just barely making it home. There's like a line of us, like probably I don't know how many. There was like 8 or 9 of us just trying to ride in a straight line, just pissing down rain. And then we just were like, fuck it. We just Larry's in the streets, just fucking in the rain. It was fun.
It's so slippery in the
Yeah.
rain. It's crazy.
I
Yeah,
know.
it was
I've seen
fun.
videos of that shit. Do you just have to say fuck it and send it and just rely that the tire's going to grip, or do you have to take some extra precaution?
No, there's no grip.
I would
Yeah,
imagine there's no
yeah.
precaution thrown into the wind with what you're doing any day.
on the hood ride in the rain, you didn't see any Harleys wheeling. The street bikes were clutching up, but you could see even they were struggling. This crazy bastard circling at the gas station in the rain.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
But
Yeah.
definitely sliding, you got to be
My
gentle.
PSI, I go at like 43 PSI in the rear. minimal for me.
That's because
Is that
he's a
a
boss.
That sounds like a lot.
It's because he's
That's
a.
It is.
That sounds like a
when
lot.
he's, when he's turning so much and like going into those tight little circles and stuff like that, you
That's
want
what
lots of air
helps.
pressure because the
You
less
want the
air
balance.
pressure you have, it'll want to straighten the tire out.
And also because he slides as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Drifting.
beginners on the street bike side, they'll run 15 to 20 psi. Even the better riders, you'll see they're at like 20, 25 psi. The more boss you are, the higher up you go in PSI.
Is that
So-
kind of a scale that's a little bit of a rating, so to speak?
Yeah.
Or it's a way to judge, I guess,
He-
right?
It's like you can ride your flat tire
It's
on the
it's
freeway.
super
You-
tippy.
You feel it. and
Yeah.
it
Wants to straighten you out.
It's
all the
super
time.
tippy.
That makes
You
a
know,
lot
once
of sense.
you go harder and harder, your contact
If you're-
point
the
is
way
less
he's
and
doing
less,
these tight circles,
and so it
you can't run
becomes,
on 15
you know,
Right.
Yeah,
it becomes less
You'd be right on the
stable,
wall.
Right.
Yeah.
more tippy.
that makes a lot of sense.
You
man.
know?
So I'm imagining you have to obviously work your way up to that type of
Oh
shit.
yeah,
you know?
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
long you been on? Should I say one wheel? Is that a better way to describe it? Is that a better way to put it?
It's probably come up on like 10 years, probably 9 years.
Okay.
Of stunt riding. Yeah. It's been a
Fucking
while.
bug, man. You got bit like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just have to have, like, honestly, if you're an athlete, you have to have some natural ability. You just have to possess that type of skill. You know, you can learn balance, kind of, sort of, and coordination, but you just have to have some God-given sort of natural abilities to be able to do it. You know,
God bless the Canadian.
man.
Damn it.
Bringing the Rona over here.
Yeah.
It's
I got it from
the
Chipotle.
Canadian version.
Do you feel like the Harley is a total different
Animal.
animal compared to the street bike with like
Yeah,
the,
it's fair.
the
Fuck
Throttle
yeah.
throttle
response.
response and all that
Yeah.
stuff?
It is,
Definitely, right?
but there's definitely like more pros and cons about it. That's kind of hard to.
I mean, you're
Explain.
obviously you know what you're doing now, so
Yeah.
it's a little easier. But
Yeah.
as a beginner, like person, a street bike is like a little more responsive and easier to carry, like and
Right.
carry on through a wheelie than a Harley would be right off the gate.
Right.
Well, they rev 12,000 RPMs or
Like-
11,000
Like
RPMs.
16, 17,000.
Yeah.
18,
18,
on
yeah.
the,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
on the CC.
that is,
Yeah.
it's just like never ending. I ride Brennan's street bike now once in a while, and I'm like just trying it out, you know, doing wheelies, trying to scrape it now and stuff, and it's fun.
He
But
scrapes my 636 more than I do, fucker.
What the hell has this been going on,
Yeah.
man? What the hell, why'd you call me, man? Is this in front of the house or what?
No,
No, he's been
at the
ripping it at the lot.
Oh, nice.
yeah, up on the pegs with
Yeah.
the handbrake.
Double pegger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His 12 bar set up to where it's pretty
Handbrake.
easy
Yeah.
to scrape, but it's nice.
Well, you were there, I think, the first time I did it, but I'm doing better now.
Yeah, he's consistent.
now
Cool.
now consistent.
He's
Sick.
shredding.
Sick, dude.
but still doing two fingers.
Yes, that's very
I
odd.
can't help it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I can't help it
You gotta-
because I can't bite
He's
the
always
brake
true.
enough.
Right. Yeah, that's what you get worried about that.
Yeah.
So
I'm a right-hander.
every
No, I'm listening because I'm following along. Like you're looking at me like I'll shut the fuck up. We're
no,
talking.
no, because
Oh.
I'm sure some people are like trying to figure out what we're kind of talking about.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. You're talking
So,
about your
he's not-
clutch fingers,
he
brake
comes from
levers,
a
and all that
Harley
shit.
that uses only foot brakes, so he's
Well,
not used to
motocross.
handbrakes.
Yeah. Motocross. So I'm just used to using a nice little clutch lever. It's like super nice, but the
One finger. Yeah.
yeah, one finger
Nice, easy
on
to
the
pull.
clutch.
I
But
gotcha.
with their stunt bikes, they're ninjas.
Yes.
Sorry, ninjas.
636.
Clutch finger is your index finger, and then your middle finger is your brake.
Because
So
you're doubling them. I
yeah,
gotcha.
you're like
Right.
this.
Clutch up.
I gotcha.
So because Kellen the whole time when he's doing his wheelies and his tricks, he's like this the whole fucking time.
He's like a pianist almost.
Yeah.
Huh? You're like a fucking playing like a piano, huh?
Because you're on your brake and back and forth.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
you want to obviously pull your clutch when you're
Right.
hitting the brake.
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
shit to keep
And
the bike
so
running.
I'm not used to that. So when I use Brennan's bike and I go in, I'm like, what? And then I go straight. You have to dip the bike back.
Past
and then
12.
there's past 12, and then it hits on the scrape bar, but it's not like a Harley where I let off the gas and it brings me back forward again.
Which
I
is
have
a little
to,
bit harder.
yeah, it's a little harder. So that's why I was like kind of all tripped out about when I was first doing it. You have to hit the brake now. I have to pull the brake
Tap
to
it.
bring myself back forward
With
again.
some good force.
yeah, with
so
some good force. So I
good
can't.
pressure.
I mean, I
Yeah.
I can use my one finger, but it doesn't feel comfortable. I like to use the two fingers to. So I'm like, I feel better, but then I
It's
switch
more like
back.
a two-stroke compared to a.
I
the
switch
Harley.
back. So as soon as I get it
Less
up,
way less engine.
then I
brake.
get-
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Way less
Funny.
That's a trip, dude. Like I know, like I'm following along, and some of the listeners may not because they may not understand the whole double levers and all that stuff up on your guys' on your hands, but
It's like a
it's
semi with Jake.
it's just a
Honda.
trip, dude.
Well,
to like
on a-
like the
on a-
technique. Like
so-
listen to what you said. You had
Yeah.
to throw it back, and then you gotta.
You got jam brake.
You gotta throw it back past 12,
Yeah.
and then fucking bring it
Smash
back
brake to snap it back
on
forward.
one wheel. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here following along, going,
Well,
okay,
it's-
you gotta. What the fuck? You
Yeah.
gotta what?
And it's crazy too, because like every bike's different. Like some people
Yeah.
have deeper fenders cut on their Harleys, and just
Yeah.
the spectators in the crowd have no idea how much harder or sicker it is for this person to
To
scrape.
go that
Totally.
Drag
extra
hands.
inch
Yeah.
into.
Some people have their 12 bars cut like super like not as deep, and they just go back and tap it. And
Yeah, like
they don't even
baggers,
lose speed.
like
They don't even lose
baggers.
speed.
When you scrape on a bagger, it's like perfectly 12 or
Yeah.
like even 11:30.
Yeah.
Because they're bags, right? You can't cut the bags so much; it's gonna look like shit. The whole point of the bagger is to have a bagger. So they cut their bags. They cut their bags.
So they say.
Yeah, they cut their bags so where it's like pretty much 12. So when you scrape on a bagger, it's like nice and it looks dope. But then when you get on like a Dyna or my Sporty or something like that, and you cut them even farther, even your scrape plate, like I get a brand new scrape plate, they're I don't know like an inch
Yeah.
thick.
About
So when you scrape that whole fucking thing down now, and now you're at a 1/4 inch, that difference is like significant.
Oh, I'd imagine.
It's crazy. You're like,
Yeah.
holy fuck! Like
Deep.
when I cut my fender the first time, it was like 12, and then the scrape plate goes in. It's a little bit past 12 now. Well, then I was like, well, fuck. My arms are so short, so when I go for a hand drag, I'm scraping and hand dragging at the same time because I'm not fully like letting it out now. But now I cut my fender. Now I cut my fender even deeper, and then I left my 1/4 inch. I had a little bit like a 1/4 inch left of my scrape plate left. Well, I went to go do my first scrape, and I was so used to my old setup, I fucking hit it, and the back tire picked up right up off the ground, and so I'm just on my fender, and so my wheel's spinning.
Oh, jeez.
And then I came back down. I was all fucking sketch right out, and I just did it. I'm just heading to go get I'm going to go do my paint job, so I'm getting all my shit already. And I fucking hit it so hard it lifted me right up off the ground. And then as soon as I bit again, it fucking threw me.
dude,
And both my
mouse
back
trap.
feet come flying off the back of the bike, and I'm saved
Almost a mouse trap. What?
No, I mouse trapped the shit out of it.
Dude,
I did.
so that's a
trap.
mouse trap.
Yeah.
if
I
people don't
did
know,
mouse
but
trap,
yeah.
and it fucking hurt. I slammed super hard. I smashed my kneecap into my air filter, caved my air filter in, cut my leg open on my other side. Oh my god, dude! It smashed my foot off my foot peg and stuff. Or my
Yeah, the Harleys
knee.
will fuck you up with the air filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His fucking air
That
filters
big
fuck
ass
you up.
monstrosity
Yeah, dude.
thing on the
I-
side sticking
My
out.
legs
I'd
always
imagine.
bruised from that fucking thing.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, anyway,
gnarly.
so that difference was crazy. Then I had a brand new scrape plate at home, so I went. Shout out to Scrape Skitty, Kevin, Brup Stunts,
What up?
awesome guy.
Yep.
Helps everyone in the fucking in the world here.
Yes, he
So,
does.
gee,
He's
been
super-
riding with him
super
for
cool guy.
over a decade.
What's
Yeah.
the IG again?
Super good guy.
Scrape City or
Oh yeah. I know. Okay.
Brup Stunts.
Brup Stunts.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Brup Stunts.
Okay.
Kevin.
He's a boss. He's
Sick,
super good guy.
Sick, Kevin.
Yeah, Sick Riders. He's
Yeah.
part of the Sick Riders.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a new block off him, and I put the new block on with my new more cut fender. So then it was like kind of like hitting how it was before, and now I'm worn down like over half. So now it feels better. I'm deeper now. It feels better now. I just had to work my way into it. But yeah, for a while there, it was like shit with the tiny scrape plate and my new cut fender. It was like one, but I want to be there. Like I want to be farther back because it's honestly it's way better for everything. But
That's a trip, dude. You like so
No,
it's
no.
a difference how it's amazing how like you're saying
literally half
half an inch is going to
Yeah.
make a difference. And then I'm
well, you
like,
have to think of the wheel, right? Like
Right.
you're thinking of the fulcrum point of the bike. The front wheel is here with a 1/4 inch, but now if you move it a quarter, if you go in a half inch, well, now that wheel just moves so much more.
These
Yep.
guys are upside down with their Harleys. Their Harleys are over them.
Yeah,
That's
When they're at
fucking
12:30,
crazy.
1 o'clock.
but
they're
you can do that on a Harley.
literally.
Yeah.
You can do that on a Harley with your back brake. Like you don't even really even have what like
the
my
engine brake is
yeah.
so harsh
Yeah.
on them.
so
like
is
my
the-
roommate
is-
Jesse. He
is
was
the
like
fender a like curb feeler essentially? Is do you cut your fender so it's essentially like your point of like
You,
there?
you definitely
Is that
learn
what
where
you
where
use
you're
it
at.
as?
Yes.
You definitely learn where
Yeah.
where your setup's at.
And it's all
and
preference, too.
you'll know. It took me a long time to get dialed at scraping, but now I know exactly where it is, whether I'm
Yeah.
sit down or knee knocker to just rock it back.
So the
tap
process
out.
would essentially be you first want to scrape whatever fender is there just to know like there it is, and then as you get better with them, then you're like, okay, I need to cut it here because this is where I'm feeling better.
Then you ask Shawn to cut your fender and plate it.
You're doing all that shit now?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
I can do whatever.
whatever.
You can do
I'm a jack of
anything,
all
dude.
trades.
So you're a good integral part of the team then where you can fucking do that shit, man.
She's
Yes,
super
sir.
handy for sure.
That's I'm thinking of the fender thing, and then I think of your bike and the street bikes. Well, they don't even have a fucking fender, so you just
Got
Well,
is
skate
it
bars,
just-
12 bars.
It's a subframe.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
got
every
you.
subframe on street bikes are different too.
Yeah.
Like some bikes are easier and some are harder. Like I have a first gen subframe for my year bike. So when I scrape, I'm at like 1 o'clock. I have to clutch. That's why I have to be really good with my clutch and braking. Because when I scrape on mine and drag, I literally have to pull in the clutch and then use brake. So my brake actually throws me back.
Because you don't pull the clutch
So
and you
you're
stall the
already
bike at the
almost
same
coming
time,
back
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
You're stopping the wheel so much to get him forward. He's got
Snap it back.
He's got to have the clutch in, otherwise it'll stall the bike.
or flip me out backwards
Yeah.
and loop out.
Yeah.
I have a SS moto
Fucking
which has
insane, dude. And
which
then
has
you
a
just go
adjustable,
Nobody knows
12
what the
bar.
fuck you're doing when you're
so
doing
you can
it.
go
It's a
further
trick,
in or
dude.
push it
It's a
further
trip.
back.
You guys do make it look fucking
For my
easy,
636, yeah, the SS moto is fully everything's adjustable on it. Your foot pegs, everything, but the 12 bar is adjustable as well.
Yeah.
You can slide it
They're
further
coming
out
with
or
new
further
ones.
in. So it's a pretty trick billet setup from SS Moto.
That's pretty dope.
So
Yeah.
you set it back for your learning. and
Yeah,
then
right
you
now
guys wanna
it's
go
all the way
deeper and
back.
deeper, you kinda-
'Cause I'm a
Yeah.
baby.
And that's all just new too, within like the last like 3 years or so. The adjustable 12 bars on the street bikes. So
That's a clean setup.
So on that note, are because the scene is blowing up, I'd imagine, or to me on the outside
bigger.
in, it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger.
absolutely.
Are companies paying attention and now like focusing some more energy and into parts that are specific for your guys' realm?
Yeah, I would
Correct.
I'd say some of them. I mean, I'd say more newer companies are coming out because there's a demand for it.
Okay.
But there's a little bit of love coming out from like OG companies that have been around in the scene for a while,
Yeah.
like Bassani and stuff. But
We're
gotcha.
definitely getting a lot of love from Riviera Primo. Helps us out.
Fuck yeah,
Helps
man.
us with our clutches, and Brian bought it, and he's the new owner,
Dope.
and he's been helping Shawn and I and all of us as
Yes.
much as he can.
Local guy too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we're up in Goleta.
Up in Goleta, yeah. I have
old
one of their-
Raytheon.
I have a clutch. It's going to go on a bike, but I have a Rivera Pro clutch. It's one of my
Nice.
favorite clutches,
Fuck
man. I
That's
love
what
that
I got,
fucking
too.
thing, dude.
sick.
That fucking lockup plate and all that shit on it. It's a
Yeah.
fucking it
Yeah,
is a nice clutch,
he's
man.
got different plates for make it stiffer
Yep.
to lighter. The
Yep.
different colors or tell you which one's stiffer
Yeah.
or lighter.
I bought a Dyna, one of the first ones I bought, but it had a Pro clutch installed in it. And the guy gave me the plate on it, and it had I think he had the gold one in there, and I was like, God dang, this thing is like, you got to like squeeze
Yeah.
this sucker, and then it's like drop the hammer, go type
Yeah.
fucking one. I ended up taking it out and putting like I think the silver one
Yep.
a little
Yeah, it's
less.
the
On, that
easiest.
one felt better,
Mhm.
but it felt better definitely on the hand, but definitely still enough bite in it
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
lock in like,
Yeah.
hey, it's time, it's a go time.
He
It
clutches
was
his
a nice-
sporty up in
nice
third
clutch.
gear on the freeway
Yeah.
with
a
that
Pro
clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they make a
sick.
good product, man.
He chirps tire.
Yeah,
His
my-
motor's sick as
Yeah, my
well.
Sporty makes 100 horse.
Fuck
Thing's
yeah,
nasty.
man.
But yeah, no, third gear on the highway. Wow. Oh,
And that and like
I don't know how
when
fast I'm doing.
I
in miles
know
per
I know
hour, but-
people talk about motors and different things, and obviously clutch work and like throttle position and all that type of stuff goes into play, but like a clutch, I don't think people recognize how much abuse and stuff like that,
Oh,
and how
it's
much
crazy.
like is put through that clutch system,
Yeah.
plates, and
Especially the
pressure on
Harleys,
it.
because the weight
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
the abuse that we put them through, they definitely
Torque.
get
they
destroyed.
get beat up. Yeah,
Those bagger guys out there trying to do burnouts, man. Change your goddamn primary oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a stiffer spring in there, dude. Those motherfuckers are smoking those
Yes.
clutches out
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Like, there's some guys when we go on these rides, man, and I'm just like just whatever, like in Santa Barbara area, these guys just smoke their clutches out. I'm just like,
Smell them
well,
and
they
shit.
For a
they
trick.
see us do burnouts
Yeah.
or something, or a wheelie or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, they get all excited.
They get all
They
whiskey.
get juiced. Right?
They get all
Get
whiskey.
Just all you hear is clutch, and you're just like, shit, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta take a piss break. Kellen, you want to shake it for me?
I'm good.
All right.
Around the corner, anywhere on the fence, homeboy, behind the garage there.
Yeah, so we do have a local event coming up that you were going to get to, which is February 12th.
Yeah,
they delayed Chopper Fest because
I'm
of the rain.
excited about that one.
And Kellen jumped through 1,000,001 hoops for us.
Sheesh.
And he got it done. So this will be
Everyone,
the
make sure to thank Kellen when you guys are at the
Yep.
show watching.
Go thank Kellen.
I can only imagine the fire that's going to be brought by you guys, man.
Yeah, we're pumped.
Hometown,
We're
local.
pumped. We're pumped, you
I'm
know?
pumped for you guys.
I mean,
man.
this is 17 years, and this will be the first time they've had a stunt show with it. You know, so this
So
show
fucking
brings
dope.
people from all over the world, East Coast, everywhere. One of the biggest, chopper shows. I know my friend Chopper Charlie, who's been on with you.
Yep.
Charlie Weissel.
Yep.
He's won it with his long chopper in the past.
Fucking dope.
So and now for us to be able to stunt in our hometown is huge. You know, we always have to travel to do the events, and we love doing the events, but to be able to do it at home, where my son's going to be there, and
Right.
he's never seen
So
me in a
dope.
show, so this is very exciting,
Dude.
and
It is.
pumped to shred in hometown in front of home people, and all the people that are going to be here from all over the world for them to see what us locals do. We have
Fuck yeah, man.
an incredible team with Kellen. Dinah Nate's pretty much one of the best Harley stunt riders in the world. We're gonna have Miller with us, the crazy Canadian. We got Craze. He'll be there with his bagger that's just freshly finished. So
Fuck yeah, man.
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good
It's gonna
time,
be good.
man. So it's February 12th, by the way.
February
if you guys
12th.
don't know yet.
The
Ventura
Ventura Fairgrounds.
Ven-
down to Ventura Fairgrounds.
Ventura County Fairground.
Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever, dude. We're gonna be shredding.
It's gonna. So, can I ask, like, where people? Can you guys know where people are gonna find you? Like, where you'll be set up in there, where the
Yeah.
layout's gonna be?
Between two ferns.
We're gonna be actually the backdrop of I think where all the food and the beer vendors are gonna
Yeah.
be.
Yes.
So it's gonna be
Okay.
pretty sick. So, and I'm pretty sure we'll be
You'll
making
hear it.
noise. You'll hear us. We'll
Yes.
be making
Oh,
noise.
I'm sure.
And we're
I'm
gonna have
sure.
our
Smoke
vans.
signals.
And you'll see. You just look for the.
We'll have
Kellen
our
Stunts
easy ups. We'll have
And easy
our
ups.
vans, and you'll definitely hear us.
Dope.
And like you said, smoke signals.
Smoke signals.
Fucking A.
You know?
Yeah, look for the smoke.
I'm super
Hey,
excited about it.
Victor.
I'm really excited.
Remember that
I'm
movie?
really excited for you guys because it's local and it's a big name. It's a big event. It's a good one for you guys to be at,
Yeah.
and especially Kellen putting in a lot of the effort, a lot of the work to put it on. Man, I know I can imagine. When you approach either a show or a venue, hey, can we come and burn some tires and do this? It's not probably always accepted maybe immediately. So you have to probably propose it in the right way, sell it the right way. And, there's business involved in it.
A lot
Yeah.
of business.
It's not just hey, we want to come and wreak havoc and do some fun and be hooligan type guys
Right.
at your show. This is,
Yeah,
you guys
can't say
are
that.
fucking,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
You can't
government.
say that.
It's actually government-owned property.
But
Yes.
it's beyond that, though.
Yes.
It's not that for you guys. It's fucking. You guys are hitting shows, turning it. It's a passion, but it's a. It's a grind. It's a hustle. Kellen, you're fucking, riding around in a van that's sponsored. You're here from Canada because you want to fucking do it. You're hitting the fucking lot all the damn time. So it's not
spending
you
everything
guys-
I got.
Yeah, it's not like a fucking hey, we just want to come and burn some tires and put on a show and be like these reckless dudes.
Yes.
It's a meaning for you. There's a thing behind it for you guys to be able to put this shit on.
Yes.
Right,
Shout out to
exactly.
Ted. What's up, dude?
Ted,
Ted.
What's up, Ted?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ted. Merry New Year. Merry New Year.
I say Merry Christmas all year long.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. I'm from
Even
the
in
North
July.
Pole, so
Even in July.
Santa and I are tight.
Santa's Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
All right.
Canadian, eh?
North Pole.
No way, eh?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Take off, hoser.
Yeah.
I guess I could believe that.
Yeah.
I guess I could believe that. So February 12th, though.
Chopper
And
Fest.
so is
Chopper
it just
Fest.
is it a exhibition? Is it a show? Is it a competition? What is it that you guys are kind of putting together for this one?
It's going to be a demonstration.
There you
I think
go.
We're going to
Okay.
be doing at least 3 shows, 15-minute shows throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I thi-
it might be more. on
I
top
think
of
we
each
go
other.
in between the band. When the band takes a break, we go.
Okay.
So
Chopper Fest?
Yeah, Chopper Fest.
Nice.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
So
Whew.
yeah, like you said, 3 maybe 4 shows I believe
Okay.
we'll get in. We'll
So-
try and do as many as we can. I'll tell you that much.
Fuck yeah, man. So
We'll bring stacks of tires, lots of gas.
I'll try and collect tires for you. I'll see if I can get you guys some extra
They're
ones.
they're already gone, bud.
Tried to couple Kendall
Little did you
150s,
know.
man. I
That's
got a
right.
couple
That's right.
160s back there.
Well, I do plan on setting up a podcast there. So I plan on
Sweet.
being in attendance myself. So if you guys are going to be there during the day, I'd love to have you guys, maybe we'll schedule just a little window where it works with you guys.
Yeah.
And just
For
come
sure.
and chop it up a little bit,
For
maybe
sure.
in between a show or I don't know. But what I think I'm going to do for that day is kind of like because I got a lot of friends that are going to be there. So rather than just random, I'm going to see if I can't just like, hey, come and chop it up for me for 10, 15 minutes at
Yes,
such and
sir.
such a time. So at least you can plan your day and your shit over there,
That'd be fun. Yeah.
I'd love to. I'd love
yeah,
to.
but yeah, I think I'll be set up over there. So I'd love to have you guys drop by the fucking booth, man. It's always a good show, man. There's a swamp meet that's going on. If you get there early enough, they have swamp meet parts, and then it's a fun show. I had to drag my wife before the kids. I dragged my wife there and like, hey, come on, got to get there early because if you want parts, you got to be there early. That's the way it works for the swamp meet, But it's a good show. There's gonna be a shit ton of bikes there, man.
Always, it's always deep.
And bikes of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if they make the categories up as the bikes come in, but he said Tori said there's like 15, 20 categories of like different for the show because there's just so many styles that roll in, man.
Right.
Choppers,
ugly bikes,
ugly
good-looking
bikes, everything. You like ugly bikes, there'll be some there. You like good looking bikes, there'll be some there. Well, stunt bikes, there's gonna be some guys fucking tearing it up over there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fucking time, man.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
No rain, stay away that day.
Yes,
we don't
sir.
need we
No
need
more
it.
rain
We don't
delays.
we need it, but we don't need it that day, right? It's basically how we're
Correct.
going about it.
It all
yeah.
goes into the ocean anyway, right? Fucking California.
Yeah, I was actually driving today. I saw the river
Yeah,
and
you
how
see
full
that?
it was.
Gnarly.
And I was thinking, I thought that same thing as I was driving over it. I'm okay. Oh, I know where that fucking thing leads to, which it goes to the beach. And I was thinking, well, why the fuck don't we have a system that's collecting all this shit right now? Like, why?
We're always in a drought.
Why the fuck are we not? We're doing a really
That's a
shitty
good
job
question.
of collecting.
Do you not
this
know that
shit.
that's a huge thing that goes on here in California?
Yeah, they
Everyone
let-
that's a farmer is
They
like,
let 90% of the
collect
rainwater run
rainwater.
to the ocean.
yeah.
So all the farmers up north, this is one of their big complaints, that why aren't we allowed to catch it and why are we being withheld? You need food
That's
and
a
we need
whole
water.
nother- that's a whole
Back
nother-
to the bikes.
yeah. That's a whole nother. It's a whole other podcast.
Trump 2024.
We live,
Amen, brother.
yeah. We live in California. We pay for it, but we also deal with absolute stupidity with shit like
Right.
that.
Yes,
Ludicrous.
yes, we do.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22. It's like, okay, just deal with dumb shit like that because we live in paradise, and that's the trade-off. And I think that's what these fuckers in the state think. They're like, you know what? They live in paradise. They'll deal with anything we throw at them. They'll just deal and we do until
But because of the problems, it was really hard for us to get the bond that we needed to do Chopper Fest. It's very hard to get insurances and stuff now. They're making
Yeah.
everything very difficult. I know
Yeah.
LACR, LA County Raceway shut down for, I think, over a month because they lost their insurance and couldn't find a new insurer. So they weren't able to do their Terra Firma, which was they have the trophy trucks come and do the track. So they had to cancel that this year, which is a huge bummer. Super neat to see the trophy trucks run this big outdoor desert track, and they weren't allowed to do it because insurance problem. So they finally got that straightened out and they're finally back open again. But definitely make it hard for us to do what we like to do, which is everything gas related, everything combustion engine related.
That's why I'm here, man. Can't do nothing in Canada anymore. Shut all of our drift tracks down. So I'm selling my drift car. It's crazy, man. Getting rid of it. It's too expensive and I can't drive anywhere.
Nope.
Can't do nothing anywhere. All the tracks. We've had a track on the island that I live on, Vancouver Island. There's a track that's been there since like the 30s or some shit. They've been having races there for so long, and they are finally like, there's like this place called Bear Mountain. It's where all the rich people live, and they built houses all up in the hills now. Well, now all the people up there don't want to hear it,
Wow.
and so now they're like, yeah, well, we're gonna have to shut the track down.
Wow.
And so now they shut the track down now, and it's like, man, that's
like a
place
landmark,
is
dude.
a landmark.
That's
literally.
insane.
That's stupid. That's I had
It hurts.
some
Tradition. It's tradition,
I had a
Yeah.
couple buddies of mine a couple weeks ago, and they're racers. They race over at like the Ventura Raceway. They do
Yep.
dirt track and shit
Yep.
like that.
I race there all
And
the time.
they're saying the same thing. They said a very similar thing that like a lot of these racetracks are closing down because even if they built, because I went and did that 1K, and I saw Las Vegas Speedway, and when you pass it, you're like, "This is in the middle of fucking nowhere."
Yeah,
well, because
has
it's
to be.
because it's
Yeah.
loud and it's fucking all
Has
that
to
shit,
be.
right? But then what they're
Karens,
saying is what happens is, well, they're fucking running out of space to build, so they just keep building, and you
But
get closer to them.
The tracks
and
are
then
supposed to
that's
be
what
grandfathered
happens.
in, though.
This
So
way,
Santa Maria has been
Unbelievable.
there since Santa Maria Speedway has been there since the 60s, I think 64, 63, and we haven't raced there in 2+ years now. I think 2 years now was the last time we raced there, and it's because the new homes that they built on the bluff are complaining about our noise.
Yeah.
But you built the homes knowing that there was a speedway there, and they bought the homes knowing that the speedway's there. So that's what the grandfather clause is. So then you don't get to come and complain about noise after you purchase the home knowing there's a speedway there.
Good.
So
Yeah.
then how are they winning though?
Because
money,
of California.
Because
Yeah.
enough money persuades anybody,
they don't
man.
they don't like what we do. They don't like what we stand for. And it's really sad, this stuff. We lost Zach MX station up in the valley. And when I had to tell my 8-year-old kid, the place he learned how to ride, the place he loves to ride with his best friend Reagan and all his buddies, that it's closed. I mean, my kids started crying. And so they talk about all this shit, but they don't understand our traditions and our history that they're stealing from us, to have to tell the little kid that, no, we can't go race at Santa Maria anymore because this rich dude on the hill who just bought a house doesn't like to hear your bike.
Yeah.
Even at that, I mean,
Fuck.
Kids get in trouble for even digging jumps up nowadays.
Yep.
As a 10-year-old kid to ride
Yep.
a BMX bike, you know what I mean, in a Branca or whatever, like
Yep.
the city will come and shut them down.
Yeah.
And
It's not right. We
why
should
are you trying to
encourage
shut
it,
down
not
kids?
not
Yes,
discourage
exactly,
it,
bro, because next
Needs
thing
to
you know,
be
these kids are on the
encouraged.
streets.
Yes, needs to be encouraged, not
We
discouraged.
build dirt jumps in the ditches, like in our little shitty town that we have in Cedar. All my friends, man, we ride mountain bikes our whole lives, BMX bikes, and we just ride, and you just ride everywhere. But we would ride it, like, say, if I'm going to my buddy's house, like, I know that if I go this roadway, I'll hit all these jumps along the way through the ditches, all the way there, and it's fun. And so we just, we go and we just build a ditch, jump there, and a jump here, and a jump there, and a jump here. And then next thing you know, it's like everyone's pissed off. You're digging in my ditch. It's like, it's not even your fucking ditch, dude. Get the hell out of here.
and
It's in my front yard though, and it looks ugly.
growing up in Goleta, my dad put the chevrons out there at Stork and Hollister and Los Caneros, and there was nothing out there for forever. Just fields, eucalyptus trees and fields, and it was called Honda Hills. And we'd always get in trouble, as I started becoming a teenager. I had nowhere to ride, so I just ride my 80 to go practice, make tracks, go practice, get chased by cops, get gnarly chases over nothing, over me riding a dirt bike, a little 80 with air-filled rubber tires. And now as an adult, to understand there was no reason for what they were doing, but also you complain about what I'm doing, but now you've leveled everything and you've built Home Depots and condos and you've killed all the monarchs. When I grew up out there and I'd ride my 80 or my BMX bike through the fields in the springtime, millions of monarchs would fly up. It was the gnarliest thing to like ride through a million monarchs fluttering through the sky. Now it's such a tiny area with such a fraction of what the monarchs were. So they're the ones that have done the damage, not us. And so that's what nobody likes to acknowledge, is that they're absolutely wrong in what they've done. This stuff should never have been, built on. It should never become condos. It was never supposed to become condos.
Preach.
And look, but then you're gonna make a little kid like me a bad kid, but all I ever did was want to ride my dirt bike. And it did. It caused me to become a real bad kid.
It's if a lot of us probably can relate, a lot of people can probably relate to exactly what you just said, man. Like there's skateboarders probably maybe feel a very similar way, I need a place to go. I need a place to do. This is my outlet.
I love how you brought up the skateboarding thing. Just look at where it's at now, though. It's literally
in the Olympics,
dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day you'll see stunt riding in the Olympics.
Yeah,
Dude, that'd be so dope. Imagine
something. At least the X Games.
It's legit.
I can definitely see it make it to the X Games.
I didn't know that skateboarding went to the Olympics. That's tight.
Yeah, first year was this.
No
last
way.
year,
That's unreal.
Yeah.
It's a trip, man. Like,
Crazy.
and it's when you say it the way that you did, man. I think a lot of us can relate because we got chased out, and it turned us into being maybe not all bad kids, but it turned into a chip on our shoulder. Like, I'm fucking just having a good time. I'm just fucking doing. I'm just riding my dirt bike. There's nowhere else for me to go. I'm trying to like do it over here because it's noisy, and I'm trying to be this and I'm trying to be that. And you're fucking with me over here.
That's just like
turns your mentality, and it kind of it warps you.
That's just like us going to the lot, right? Like we're going to a fucking lot, man. That's literally off the road, out in the middle of fucking nowhere to try and be away from all you guys. And then you come here and you're gonna get upset because of
and
why.
then fuck with us.
Yeah. And then give us tickets and shit. And it's like, man, like, where else do we go?
So that's what
You like to fucking go and drink beer and watch fucking football.
That's what I was about to ask.
Am I gonna go and fuck?
I imagine that question comes up.
Yeah.
I imagine that when they approach you and that comes up, I imagine that might be a question you ask. What do they say? What do they? I mean, what do they? What is their rebuttal? What do they say?
Most of the time, they're pretty nice, and they don't. They're like, all right, you guys, just go or whatever. But like, you play fucking baseball, so it's like you got a field in every fucking
field.
You got fields everywhere.
Any of them that are going to be real with us, they admit that they would rather us be at the lot than on the streets fucking with people, or doing the big takeovers like we just talked about. ROL.
I feel
we were followed the whole time by LAPD helicopters and by LAPD. It was hysterical.
Yeah, I did see that. I was like, that's why I need to get to one of those.
The gas station takeover. I mean, there's like what 500, 1,000 bikes. And then. So we had to take over all 4 gas stations, and it takes a long time for all the bikes to gas up. I mean, we're there for like 30 plus minutes.
Wow.
I was fueled up and out of there before anybody.
Yeah. No, I was the first in, and then we were shredding.
And get out.
And then we had our gas station, our lot. We did a good job. We killed the
fill
lot.
up quick so you can kill the gas station.
Yes, gas station sessions are fun.
Well, you don't want to be the last guy getting fuel, and everyone's already leaving, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm still getting fuel."
You guys go on that.
Should make that corn dog, motherfucker.
Gas station. I guess I need to go on a ride to experience a gas station stop like that.
You got to be at the front. You got to get to the pump quick.
I'd imagine, yeah.
You'll be on your bag,
or just DM me. Don't tell me. Don't put it on there. Just let me know when the spot is or where it's going down and all.
Honestly,
he'll pull some fucking.
Yeah, but he's got a big gas tank though. You won't have to put gas in.
It's not
I won't have to.
It's not really a stunt ride, but this weekend is
the one that you guys were talking about.
But that's like out like Riverside area.
The sporty tank. I got the smallest sporty tank. It sucks. I'm always like, and I in Sturgis we cut everything off.
About 2 bottles
to run my headlight.
2 bottles worth of
fuel.
So
I got nothing that tells me I'm running out of gas, and it's fuel injected. So once it runs out of gas, it just falls. Hurts my wrist. And, ow!
Me and you can ride together. I would get about 70 miles out of my tank.
Shit, I'm out of gas.
We rode back all the way. I went to La Pera to pick up my new seat, and we rode back, and we made it all the way to Santa Barbara. And we both, as soon as we turned off the highway onto our road, we both did wheelies right at the exact same time. Both of our bikes shut out of gas. Boom. And I'm like, "Are you out of gas?" He's like, "I'm out of gas." I'm out of gas.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. You just know because it's like as soon as you wheelie,
the bike shuts down.
Because the fucking like where the pickup is, whatever. Yeah, it just kills it right away.
It falls on its
You're out of
face.
gas. It's like, I'm out of gas. I'm like, yeah.
I filled up with gas right here in Sandport. I fucking left, got on foothill, fucking second gear, fucking wheelie. Wow. What the fucking gas? God damn, dude! I left my fucking gas cap in front.
Oh fuck! You got a lap. You got a lap full of gas.
No. What the fuck was that? I said, fuck! I reach up and I'm dark as shit, dude. It's nighttime. I'm like,
there's no gas cap.
Dude, no gas cap. I'm like, son of a bitch.
So you had burning dick.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys call it?
Dick of fire.
Burning dick.
Well, you pour gas in, shit starts burning.
True.
I've gotten laps full of gas a couple times. That shit burns, dude.
It does.
Well, do you guys ever do anything like that around here? Mostly just a lot stuff.
Pour gas on our dicks?
No.
Group rides and stuff like that.
Yeah, do like group rides or any. I know you guys do like the Wednesday stuff. I need to get up to one
Santa
of those.
Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah, up in Santa Barbara.
Motoman SB.
Okay.
Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Santa Barbara Mission.
Is it just a little cruise through town, or what do you?
Yeah, it's usually like a 30, 45 minute ride to to wherever Matt decides,
a viewpoint or a restaurant bar.
Yeah, and then everybody breaks off
up.
and goes gets dinner. Like the
Every week it's
last
different.
Yeah, the last ride we did ended up at Goleta Beach, and we had fireworks and the whole 9 yards, and then we went to Santa Barbara Chicken Ranch where Matt Banco fed everybody.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I
wasn't there.
Very gracious.
Were you on titties again?
No, he
Kitty
knew
boy.
something was going to go wrong, and he cut out. And the second he cut out, it rained the night before, and I went to back it in, and I was third gear. Just said fuck it, top of third gear, and I went to back it in, and it was so slick that it stepped all the way out, and I saved it, and then it stepped back, and I didn't save that, and I cartwheeled through the intersection. So
I don't know. Yeah, I felt something was wrong. Yeah, that ride. I was like, it was cold, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it for some reason. I'm like, I'm going home, and he's like, what, really? I'm like, I'm going home. I had a weird vibe.
Hey,
then I was gonna tell him as I was riding away to just chill out, and then then he literally crashed like the next light.
Yeah, the next light. I have a hard time chilling.
Well, my advice to you, Brennan, is well, no, I wouldn't say chill. I wouldn't go that far. But sometimes listen to the eerie feeling, man. Because so like legit, those are. It's happened to me a couple of times, like on the road in certain instances. The latest, the most recent was the roadkill on the 1K. The fucking giant donkey laid out in the fucking road.
Oh shit,
dude! Yeah,
still making that noise as it's on the road.
Dude, just through fucking Death Valley. Dude. I did a 1K, and the way we did the route, we hit Death Valley at night. It wasn't probably the smartest idea.
No.
Yeah.
But we were riding through it, and as soon as we kind of came to this pause, and we were gonna make this right to like head into Death Valley, and we kind of just collected real quick. We're like, all right, heading out. We're gonna go this way. And then I at that light, at that moment, I'm like, fuck. One, it was Death Valley. It was night. It was dark. And I was like, oh, okay, here we fucking go. I just had this feeling. 5 minutes later, man, I just see this car coming. All I see is one yellow fucking amber light flashing. That's it. As it gets closer, the front of that thing is annihilated. It is obliterated. And then a half a mile down the road,
dead jackass.
A full fucking donkey and fucking the mom, pa, whoever on the side fucking going, Leonard got wiped the fuck out because there was like 4 of them standing on the road. It had just fucking happened, dude. Poor Lenny.
Lenny didn't want to listen.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that was the eerie feeling. Because, I mean, a minute or two before, fuck, man, it might have been my ass going fucking hitting that damn donkey on the bike, dude.
Trust that intuition.
Trust it, man. Like, if you have a feeling, man, if it's a day where you're like, this doesn't feel right, my mind's not there, whatever it is, if it's telling you, put the bike down, shut it down,
Man, I got a story to talk about. I had one of those like feelings too. Brennan even had one too. He's like, dude, don't go. I had an opportunity to go last minute on a road trip to go like on the sea Florida. And
with Malacca.
With my buddy Malacca.
I said, don't do it. I said, don't do it.
What is just a random road trip?
It's like a road trip to go to like
Broward County.
Broward County. It's a stunt event / ride.
I gotcha. Okay.
It's a famous big ride.
So
how long ago was it?
This was like
December.
December.
Recent,
December,
okay.
Yeah. And long story short, he had a trailer full of bikes. Each person paid him like $1,000 for each bike. He had a trailer of like 4 bikes. Plus the big van was loaded up with bikes and stuff.
Hauling there and back type shit.
Right.
Okay.
And he gets stopped and pulled over in Texas for a folded plate. And I guess Texas has like a no okay to like marijuana.
Oh,
and they got impounded. They fucking
jail
just for weed. They impounded the trailer with every bike. And each bike counts as an impound, even though it was on a trailer because their dick's there.
Wow.
And they took him and the other guy he was with to jail.
They took the bikes.
They never made it to Broward County.
Never made it there to Florida.
Never made it to
Broward. Has a court date, and then he ended up just coming back to Cali because that was a shitty weekend.
Did the bikes get recovered or anything?
I think that some of those guys still have to fly out there and get those bikes because they have to be there for themselves with their registration to get at their own bike.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Like,
damn.
When you're buying a bike to ride as a stunt bike, sometimes even in a lot, like they
don't even
paperwork.
Register.
I get you.
Up to date.
Yeah.
They want it to be.
Well, yeah, you're just buying a bike.
Yeah.
You're buying it off of someone that just built it as a stunt bike. Like
it's like a dirt bike.
Yeah, it's like a dirt bike.
Some of them are even non-op. So
yeah.
Because you don't need a street legal.
So you ain't getting that bike back.
You just need it running. Wow, man. Wow.
Yeah, so you gotta-
let me ask, what was telling you to tell him it was a little
No, he
bird?
was just, I don't know.
Broward County is infamous. This ride's very infamous, and they're sick of it, you know. And so the story goes that a lot of stunt riders are getting picked up months later, arrested at their doors in Chicago and St. Louis, and
brought back there.
From video content that they see on Instagram, shit like that.
Yeah, for whatever reasons, you know, I think they're flying drones and stuff like that as well. And they're picking people up and they're bringing them back to Broward County 3 months later, you know, saying
and booking them.
Yeah, they come knock at their door with detectives and say, hands behind your back, you're under arrest and you're being, you know, we're taking you to Florida to face charges.
Wow.
And
Can
so,
you imagine being that much of a fucking loser for a wheelie?
No shit.
So I was like, hey, dude. And actually, Brian636 did a whole video about it. I love Brian. He's a great dude. I love his YouTube. And he had been talking about this. And so when he's like, hey, dude, we can go. And I was like, fuck, dude, I wouldn't, man. He's like, really? Why? I said, nah, let's not do it.
Well, hey, sometimes you just gotta listen to that little person on your shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Shit happens for a reason,
That's
you know.
wild, yeah.
Kudos to me.
What would have been sitting on that bike? Your stunt bike? Your fucking
Yeah, I'd have been the street bike for sure, sitting over there, and I would have had a case to go fight.
Gosh,
Even though I was a passenger. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good thing you would have had MV
Just a
legal on your
passenger,
side,
just
huh?
Oh,
I
Good
like
thing you would
that.
have had MV legal on your side, huh?
Yeah, actually, MV Legal does.
That night too, because you were in the car.
What's that?
They
Yeah,
took you,
yeah.
Joe.
They took everybody
Yes.
that was in the car. It was him and just one other guy.
I didn't do nothing, sir. I did nothing.
Damn.
He's like, "Shut up, boy."
Yeah.
you're coming with me.
I don't smoke
This
the
is
reefer.
Texas. We don't fuck around.
That's fucked up, man.
But that's crazy. I see little small things that you gotta when you're traveling to whoever's traveling. You should know
Yeah,
the
life
laws and stuff.
life changes quick, dude. It really changes quick, man. This
Fuck yeah,
past
dude.
year, my life, we were in Sturgis together, and August 9th, we were riding the hills of South Dakota. I was just on top of the world, and at the same time, my brother took his life.
Shitty, man.
So it's been a
Condolences.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Brennan.
man.
thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, dude.
It's a rough thing to go through.
It's been a long road from there to here.
Yeah.
So, but grateful for my friends and my team. Grateful for the bike, you know.
Fuck yeah, man.
And we're still here. But so just want to touch on that a little bit. You know, if anybody's having a problem, you know, it's best to speak out because nobody knew that this was in him. You know, nobody knew that he could do that. You know, and he didn't ask for help. He didn't reach out or anything.
Mhm.
And then it's just too late, and it affects everybody.
Fuck yeah.
It affects everyone. you
Yeah,
know?
dude. Well,
So
my condolences to you, the
Thank you.
family, friends. You know, support system on that, dude, is heavy. Dude.
yeah, been
He's
a
got a
rough
big
one.
bill. I'm racking him up by hour. By hour.
Wait, what?
I got a big bill for like me being his shrink. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
between the
We're at-
mechanic bill and the
Hey.
shrink bill.
Yeah,
Tell you what, bro, you got two good homies.
we're
I
almost
do.
at 1,500 hours. I got.
I do. I'm blessed. I'm definitely blessed. You
two
know?
solid ones.
I'm definitely blessed.
That's what's-
Yeah,
Definitely blessed.
I
you know?
I know, like from and I don't depression, whatever it
Yeah.
may be, man. Like
Damn it, titty boy.
on a, yeah, no shit.
I mean, fuck, 1,500 hours times $50 an hour. I mean,
I
fuck,
think
dude,
he's
I'm gonna
on
be
lap
rich.
dances right now. He's
Well,
75 grand, dude.
Jesus.
Let's go. 75 grand, dude. Yeah, I fucking knew I should have been a shrink my whole life.
I'm sure it was the
Fucking
motor.
guy.
I feel like it was the throttle a little bit. You know, that helped along the way as well. You know, but I'm sure a good friend along the way, dude. Depression, dude. It's a fucked up one, man.
It is.
It's
it creeps in and it can really fuck with you. You know, even if there's people there, you feel very alone,
yeah.
and it becomes very becomes hard.
Oh shit.
You know, it's hard.
My
Camera was
went off.
unplugged.
Yeah. Oh, did it get? Oh, I think it went off.
We got too hot, huh?
Good question.
We have a malfunction.
Yeah. Let me fix it real quick.
We have a malfunction.
Hang on.
Private.
Yeah, you're good. Go
Hang
ahead.
on. Let me just pause this one so I don't have to fuck with the editing later. Give me a second. I can fix it.
Uno
No problem,
momento,
guys.
por favor.
You guys need to take a piss. This is a good time to take a break. If you guys need to take
We got 9 viewers online, dude.
Yeah,
They're
nine peoples.
They won't go nowhere. They just can't see it right now.
Can they hear us still?
They can. Yeah, they can still hear us.
Hey, you
Yeah,
guys,
I can hear you just
stay
fine.
tuned.
Stay tuned. Technical
Spectrum
malfunction.
Internet has fucking shit the bed again.
Comments.
Done poop the pants.
Fix this really quick, boss.
Was it
What
hot or
happened? Your battery die?
I'm not sure.
It's probably warm, huh?
In case it is, I just put a fresh one in. Case
Got freshied.
I'm not gonna try and figure out what it is. I'm just gonna fix it.
Good game.
Good game.
Big game.
But yeah, I do want to say throttle therapy, man. That's
100%.
definitely saved me and helped me through a lot of stuff.
Amazing how that shit works, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's I've done a lot of learning. I'm old now. And the one thing I've learned, everybody, yoga and all these meditation things, and meditation isn't regretting the past and not worrying about the future, but being in the moment. And the riding, especially when you're shredding, you're only in the moment. You're only in the split second. So that is true meditation of not, worrying about your mistakes from the past or the stresses of the future.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. It paused.
My bad. Come on, fellas.
Technicals. It's always a technical. Technical. Testicles. They're technical testicles.
Excuse yourself.
Excuse me. Okay, scale of 1 to 10. What was that? I could have let it go further, but
I give it
a
an 8.
4.
That was a 4.
Yeah,
I've heard
it was a
some-
very
some-
generic burp.
You know what? I could have like really let it fly, but I held up.
Okay.
Bet you won't. God, man. Can we ever just have a session here and just no
No
problem?
technicals.
It's literally you, dude.
Testicles.
Look at that.
And we're back.
We're back. We got
We
10
went into
people here.
space. We got lost in space.
My bad, guys.
another day in the life of
Lost
Ted.
in space.
Says that you need to fix your shit. You guys suck. Okay. And Julie's channel. What's up,
I can
gents?
still hear
Ted.
you, just can't see you another day. Okay, we're back, homeboys. We're back.
Back live, back live.
They should be able to see us now. So,
Yeah, so we were
But-
just talking
but
about
your
the throttle
brother
therapy.
Hear us.
dude, throttle therapy is the fucking way to go.
Yeah.
On a depression note, man, on your brother, like I never found out really with my old man, who his anniversary of passing was just yesterday, actually. But I know he dealt with it, and I know the way he went and how things transpired and all that shit. I think he was in that mode. He dealt with depression like throughout his life, and he turned to drugs and he turned to other shit to kind of fucking deal with the problem and stuff.
Right.
And when my dad's accident and things happened, I'm very, I know my dad, I knew how he was, and I knew his mentality. I knew his demons, I knew where he fucking, fell short, I guess. And after putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, yeah, I know my dad dealt with that shit. And I think that had part to do with what it was. He wasn't in the right mind frame and shit, dude. And we as men just don't fucking talk about that shit.
Yeah, especially from the era that we
right.
come from.
Yeah.
It's everybody's supposed to be tough and not talk about this shit, and but it's definitely real, and I've dealt with it a bunch in my life. I think when you chase dreams and you go all the way, this, and then big accidents. I've been paralyzed, broke my pelvis at my spine. And it takes its toll, trying to go back and be normal isn't easy when you're like the rest of us. Everybody here at the table, we push the limits,
Yeah.
So just being normal isn't easy. And so these things help keep us straight, like I was saying, throttle therapy, it's meditation. It's being in the moment, not worrying about the past, not stressing about the future, but in this split second, and I've been dealing with a lot. I hadn't seen my son in 2 years, and I finally got to see him at my brother's funeral. So it was
Glad you got to see it, man.
yeah. So now we've reconnected, and,
Yeah.
and we've been spending time together, and he's learning about his dad, and I'm learning about my son again,
Good.
but so the team and the riding helped me through not being with my son,
I feel you, man.
and not having him be a part of it. Doing shows and signing autographs for kids is hard when my son never seen it,
Yeah.
and so it's something I tried to hide, but kind Kellen figured it out, and
that's what I chuckle because that's what good homeboys do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what like solid motherfuckers do is you can read between the lines, you can read the room, you can see in somebody's eyes, you know, you're hanging out with them, conversations, dinner, and you go, something's ain't off. And rather, and the separation between being a real homeboy, between just being an acquaintance and a friend, is when they call you out on it or they fucking say something about it. Like sounds like you did, Kellen. Is
Sean's called me out
same shit.
and helped me a ton.
It's called accountability. You know, if you're gonna
and you've been incredible. You've reached out. We've had great conversations.
If you're gonna be a friend with somebody, be a friend. Because sometimes the best way to be a friend, the best time to be a really good friend is in the hard times and when people fucking need like here, dog, I know you may not want to hear this, and I'm gonna give you what you need to hear, but I'm also gonna give you like the comfort and the shit that you need. But a real friend will fucking really shine through in those times.
And it sucks to hear that, you know, everything happens for a reason, and you know, somebody, you know, close to me told me this, and it's really hard when my brother took his life, and everything does happen for a reason. It reconnected me with my son, you know, which was something that was really missing.
Definitely.
So
man.
Through tragedy, great things happen, you know, and get to be a part of my son's life again. He's a great little football player. He's a great little student. He's just a great young man.
He's a good kid. I met him.
And it's just neat to reconnect with him, and
death, unfortunately, is the only thing in life that puts shit into perspective. It's it's shitty. It's the only thing in life that really will fucking make you go, damn. It's hard to compare anything else to it, you know, and unfortunately, it's part of life, you know, and we all deal with death at different stages of our life, and you know, but
and you never know.
Molds you.
Like when we were in Sturgis, I was on top of the world. I didn't think that my life could get any better, and I was just like, "Wow, I'm so blessed."
This was in while you were in Sturgis?
While I was in Sturgis on August 9th, we were riding the hills of South Dakota, and
we were going to Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and at the same time, he had at the same time while we were riding, you know, and I was like, "Lord, I couldn't thank you enough. My team paid for me to be there. My teammate Nate won. I'm there with my friends from all over, meeting new friends, and just on this epic ride, we're watching the dog try and get out of the backpack. She's like, no, he's fine. Then he gets his legs out and he's like walking on the back fender. We're like, he is not fine. Pull over. She's like, oh, he's never done that before.
On a Harley. Oh, God. She's riding her Harley in her
with an Australian Shepherd on her back in a backpack. And you can see he wants his paws out. And finally he got a paw out. And I was like, no. And then he got another paw out. And he's walking on the back fender. And me and Sean are like,
while you guys are riding?
Yeah, while we're riding.
Yeah. Oh, that's serious.
Sideways his sister.
Yeah, Chase's sister.
Yeah. You said it a little bit ago, man, that life changes quick, right? And that like what you were saying and where you were at. And then to get the news, that's how fucking life can change, like in that quick second. And that subtle, dude. Like I don't know how you got, you know, phone call, whatever it may be, but you're on cloud nine. You guys are in Sturgis, where probably every motorcycle enthusiast wants to make their way to at some point. You know, you're riding the Black Hills. You're like fucking live, and this is it. And
with the greatest people though, the group we were with, you know, Brutt, Sideways, you know, my Canadians. And just in the most
all that matters really
in the most beautiful place too. It's just an epic ride, you know, through those hills, overlooking a lake, you know, and just, you know, very surreal. And I was definitely taking it in. You know, I was definitely like I'm so blessed that I'm here at this moment, and that I'm with a team that supports us to come to do this. And
we're in Sturgis,
and we won. You know, my teammate won, and we're all on cloud nine. You know, and I could never have guessed what was waiting for me when I got home.
Yeah, you found out when you got home. You didn't know, right?
I didn't know until I got home.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Luckily.
Home. Well, yeah. I mean, that would have been that definitely would have been another level, another layer to the.
Yeah, I don't think anyone even knew I was in Sturgis.
Sometimes it's best to roll that way, you know.
Yeah, I don't really have much contact with my family, you know, and so when I got home, you know, I knew something was wrong by the numbers and names on my phone. Yeah. I was like, these people don't contact me much.
Yeah.
But it was a surprise because I have a brother who's on the streets, and I thought for sure it was my brother, who's on the streets, and it was not. My brother who took his life is a very successful contractor.
Man,
very successful contractor.
I know as a man, as a father, just as a man, I know what I carry on my shoulders, and every man carries different shit on their shoulders, you know. And we as men naturally just carry it. Like that's what the fuck we do. Like we don't want anybody to see us fucking like being hard or hurting or fucking struggling or whatever, dude. We don't want anybody to see that because, like you said, we're supposed to be tough, and yeah, we are. But also as men, that's just what we carry. We just if I can carry that over my wife having to carry that or my kids having to carry that, well then load it up, fucking I'll put it on my back. I'll carry this motherfucker through.
Amen.
And we as men don't. I guess. No homo, none of that shit. No, it's just sometimes you just need the fucking, you know, get it out. I recently went. I never thought I would. That's a totally wrong way to say it. I didn't think that I'd ever find myself going like on a men's retreat. Like those words just kind of was like, that's some kumbaya, that's some kumbaya type stuff. You know, that's just not me.
Watching your Gench in the river.
Yeah, dude. Like, I just never saw myself doing that shit. And this last year I did. A friend invited me for years, year after year after year. And he never stopped inviting me, dude. And it's a simple invite. Rolling up. It's this weekend. If you want to make yourself a better man, here's an opportunity. That was the invite. Simple, done, quick and easy. Invite me for years. And this year I finally said, you know what, man? I'm going with you. And it was, I kind of had my idea of what I thought it would be going into it. And honestly, it was a fucking eye opener. It was like, you know what? As a man, I kind of need this shit right here. This was a little fucking, it wasn't all like hippie or it wasn't like crazy. It was just dudes. I had some beers. I had some guys that I was kicking it with. I was able to have like real, like grown men conversations like we're having kind of right now. Like I was ready with strangers, but it was just fucking men. And as men, that shit don't happen enough. And my dealing it with my old man, hearing your story, Brennan, I'm sure Kellen, you carry your shit. Shawn, you carry your shit.
No,
Joe,
I'm perfect.
That's bullshit.
It's a challenge.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, Canadians got it on lock. No, fuck it. No, they don't. No, their healthcare system. No, we'll go into that.
Our healthcare system's pretty good.
We won't go into that. But
no, it's what you're talking about. It's legit, you know, and I've never, you know, it's all about being tough and drinking more and smoking more and being the toughest guy. And I've not, you know, reaching out, you're a pussy, all this shit. And this last go around, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my friends, my team, my riding, and I actually got fortunate enough. I'm a contractor as well. I do work for it's like the alcohol, you know, recovery place in Santa Barbara, and I do all their floors for them. And I've worked with the lady for a long time and walked in to do a bid, and it just turned into an actual session. She's like, fuck, we got to sit down, you know. And it helped a lot to talk to somebody, you know, to just open up to somebody who's a stranger, who doesn't know, you know, doesn't have a personal side, doesn't have anything, just to open up, and then to hear what a professional has to say, you know. And I think we're all not as bad as we think we are. You know, I think, you know, a lot of people fake shit, but, you know, to hear a professional say, no, actually you're pretty well adjusted for, you know, somebody who's been through so much shit, you know. So, you know, I know I'm very hard on myself, you know, and I overthink everything. And
that's the man in us.
You know, and so this time I have reached out, you know, and amazing men like Morgan Maines is another great builder who's one of our Santa Barbara legends, and he's, you know, he's there to help, you know, and to reach out and to talk to somebody, it helps, you know. I've talked with Kellen, and I guess I owe him $75,000.
You guys heard it. You fucking heard it.
We got
Write that down.
But we'll chalk that up to rent.
Yes, there we go.
We'll chalk it up to rent.
Chalk it up to rent.
Still owes me $56K. It's all right.
Not here in California, homeboy. Dude, so, I think that's good. A good advice, Brennan. Talk to people, man. Don't be. It might seem awkward because even as myself as a man, for me to go, oh, I need to, or I should, whatever word you insert, need, should, whatever it may be. If you say that to yourself, then you got to just take the hurdle of doing it, because it's weird at first.
I hurt myself because for 3 weeks to a month, I almost didn't leave my house and wouldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's the place you can't go.
It just made it worse and worse and worse, and it made everything in my life worse. Worse, all personal relationships. Everything got worse, even though everyone was right. I am very blessed, and I do have a lot to be grateful for. And that's the depression, though, is that even though there is all these things, you still don't want to leave your house. You still don't want to call anybody. You still don't want to see anybody. I love riding. I didn't want to get on the bike, you know. I didn't want to work on anything. I didn't want to see anything, you know. I didn't want anyone to see me, you know. So it's real, you know. And so people, you know, if you're feeling fucked up, call a friend, you know. Go for a ride, you know, because when you do go for a ride, you do feel better. I do fuck around, and it makes me laugh. But then on the other side, I pushed too hard and ate shit, and I had a whole bunch of accidents because when I would get on the bike, I would go fucking bonkers. And so we got to check ourselves too, and he does a good job at that. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? We went, good friends are for. We went to Neptune's Net, and I wouldn't even stop, and he's trying to stop me, and I'm sliding, and here comes the fucking CHP. Luckily, he was chasing a BMW, because as he came into view, I was fully locked, smoking tires past, you know, the crowd in Neptune's Net, and was like, I'm going to jail. But I got a pass. I got lucky on that one.
Count your blessing.
Yes, I got real lucky on that one.
You said talk to people, you know, and you're feeling that way. I want to put it on people's shoulders, you know, because it sounds like Kellen and Shawn, you guys have as well for him during this time. But I want to challenge other guys, you know. You call that person too. You check on motherfuckers too. Like, don't wait. You don't have to wait for the person to call you because they're in a funk. Like, if your boys, if your homies, if your friends, whatever, you know, it's your responsibility as a man to go, hey man, just how you doing, man? You cool? Like, just wanted to say hi, whatever it may be, you know. Yeah, that's it. It's your responsibility. If you're gonna call somebody a boy or a homie of yours or whatever label that you guys want to put in there, it's a two-way street. Don't wait for the person to have to call you and go, hey, I'm struggling. I need some help. I need somebody to talk to. Sometimes they don't want to ask, and you just got to go, you cool? You want to go for a ride? You want to get a bite to eat? Beer on me. I don't know, whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that shit, dude.
Absolutely.
We had an epic New Year's ride.
What'd you guys do for New Year's, by the way?
I stayed at home.
Yeah, actually, we're getting old. I'm getting old. I stayed home.
Yeah, I stayed at home, but we went to Neptune's Net New Year's Day, and we shredded.
Yeah.
Oh, New Year's Day?
New Year's Day, yeah. We woke up early, went shredding.
Was there a lot of people out there?
Not too many.
It was pretty mellow for Neptune's, you know? But we had a good sesh.
People there, but yeah, dude.
We had a fun sesh.
It's winter time.
I drove 20 hours all the way back from Canada, got to Santa Barbara at 11:34, and watched the countdown with 15 seconds left on YouTube. Fell asleep.
I was in bed at 8:30.
Fell asleep sucking titty again.
Titty boy, fucker.
He's titty boy now.
Yeah, titty boy.
No,
he's not even the Canadian. He's titty boy.
Titty boy now, no problem.
It's all right with that. I think it's all right with that name.
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, it's all right with
but then we went to the Point Wanimi spot and met up with him, where he shredded his drift car and gave Dinah Nate's older brother Josh a ride.
I saw that. I was going to ask you guys about that shit. That shit looked fucking dope. I saw you guys had that's yours. That is it a M3 or what is it?
It's just a 328, but it's got a 600 horse LS in it.
Nasty.
Gutted, huh? I think I saw the inside of it.
Yeah, it's gutted.
Fucking,
full drift car.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah, Nate's brother Josh has been hurt for a long time. He's in a wheelchair.
He got into a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, I was going to ask I didn't know the connection. I didn't know what the scenario.
Yeah, it's Nate's older brother Josh.
Dinah Nate, right? That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
His brother.
How old is his brother?
His older brother?
Like,
I think he's
35, 38.
I think he's my age, yeah.
He's like from 35. A motorcycle accident?
Yeah, when he was 18. Right?
Oh, shit. It's been a while then.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's old, you're old as shit. We're really old.
I'm 46.
I'm old. Well, Brennan's got
really
us. Brennan's got me beat. I'm not the old man in the room.
Fuck, you guys are old, man.
That's why when you were saying 31, we're like, you're a fucking baby, homeboy.
Still old.
Well, yeah, but not old.
Once you feel old, you'll be about 33, 35.
Hey, listen, when do your knees pop when you go down?
Fuck, I bet you I hurt more than you do.
Oh, that's probably true. You beat yourself up probably a little more in that sense.
I'm full of metal. I broke my back. I broke both my ankles.
Well, listen, my knees pop naturally from old age and fat, so I earned those. But what can I ask? What you guys know just briefly? I mean, it seems like it's
from what I've heard. He lost control of his bike or something somehow. He crashed on his motorcycle and he hit a pole or a post
tree
or even a telephone pole or something like that.
And so that is led obviously that is the reason for his current state as of now. Right. That's the okay.
So for him to get in the car and for him to slide with Shawn was a big day.
Huge passion is V8s, muscle cars.
Gotcha.
His Harley, his brother.
Okay.
Those are his passions. Like that guy, that's one thing that guy has, and it's passion. He's passionate about all those things. And so I mean, obviously he can't speak, but he knows exactly what you're saying. He understands everything that you're saying. So no matter what,
so he's coherent.
He
understands.
Oh yeah. When they come flying by, he was like this.
One means yes. One means yes. Two means no.
With a big
and the whole
grin.
time he was just
with a big grin. He had this finger up, sliding by with a huge grin.
Just fucking awesome, dude.
Nate's parents are like, nah, maybe just go easy. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna go easy, and then I just fucking hammer down because it's what he wants. 100%, it's what he wants.
You know what somebody wants.
Yeah,
100%. I'm like, are you good? And he's just like, fucking
pumped.
Yeah,
made his year right there. Yeah, made his year.
I bet his fucking dude, he probably had his hair fucking standing up.
Nate picked him up. Nate put him in, and it was a great moment. Great moment.
Me too.
That's the family. That's the family unit that you guys have created, like in your guys' group and shit, man. That's the vibe that I get from just hanging with Brennan, helping him out. You bringing your drift car, helping Nate's brother just fulfill and want to be in that shit, dude. Like that's the family environment. That's the family atmosphere you get, like from wheels, from fucking like throttles, like you said, passion, man. Like it throttles, like you said, dude. You fucking came from a drifting shit to the motorcycle shit.
I raced motocross my whole life.
Well, the stunt portion of it, this fucking stunt portion of it, because it's another throttle. It's another fucking like adrenaline rush. It's another thing.
And honestly, people don't get it. You don't get it if you don't know anything to do with motorsports, or if you don't, even if you just watch it. And if you've never done it and you're like, oh, I like it, but you still don't get it. You have no fucking idea. No. And even if you're like, oh yeah, I'm super passionate about football or soccer or fucking baseball or whatever, and it's like, man, you still don't get it.
Yeah.
I know you're passionate about your thing. I ain't knocking you on your thing, but you still have no idea what it's like to get into a car or a bike or fucking whatever and have something. Because baseball, whatever, hockey, all that shit. You're in control of that thing. I'm in control of my bike. I'm in control of my car too, but I'm on something.
Yeah.
And I'm doing what I have to do.
When that thing comes by, the noise it makes, the wind it pushes, the smoke that he's pushing the wind at me. I mean, that like,
Yeah, I'm fourth gear wide.
You're playing football, basketball, you're in control of yourself.
Yeah.
Technically, we're in control of these bikes and these cars. But at any second, they can do whatever.
Fucking 100%.
That shit goes sideways real quick.
Happens all the time.
Goes sideways real quick.
Your stunt show, but I know you guys are still fucking. Your adrenaline is still through the
roof.
You know what I mean? Because
of course,
anything can happen at any time.
Well, and it happens all the time. There's still
to the fullest.
Still tons of us, like
brake fade, all of it.
Professional guys out there, man. Fucking Nate. Look at Nate. He's one of the best riders ever. Fucking, he crashes once in a while, and it's like, fuck, man. It's gnarly.
Part of the get down.
Yeah.
Dumped it, picked it up, and
it sucks too.
And Ken Block's one of the greatest at so many things. He just passed away on his snowmobile.
Rest in peace to the boss.
I was just about to bring it up because you're talking about like what you're doing and how that is
drifting off a cliff.
Yeah, dude, he's done so much more gnarlier things, and then something so simple like riding a snowmobile.
Someone said the snowmobile landed on him, but I'm like, I'm confused. Man, I got some fucked up video footage of my buddies. Obviously where I come from, Canada, everyone sled, so it's gnarly. But I got a video of my buddy hopped on his sled, broke down. My buddy Austin Christopher, crazy sledder. And he hopped off, his blew up. And so he hopped on my buddy Kai's sled. Well, his Kai's sled's a little bit differently. He's got different grips on it, different bars, whatever. Some grips are heated, some aren't. Some people have motocross grips on it or whatever to make it, a little bit grippier, a little bit different. Anyway, he hopped on Kai's sled and went and we shoveled this fucking lip for like 2 hours, made this sick ass lip out in the way up in the mountain, and took us it takes you like an hour to get there. You're just sledding all up these back hills all the way on this tiny little cliff that's literally as wide as this table, just as wide enough for the sled. You're on the side of a cliff sledding. I suck at sled. I'm all right, but I suck. And I'm trying to get this thing. I'm like on the side of a cliff. It's so steep. You get all the way over it, and then we sat there. We dig this huge, big fucking lip, and then Austin sled calfed out, blew another motor up the hill. So we left the sled up there. He came back down on our other buddy's sled, and then he was like pissed off because he wanted to do a backflip off this jump. And Kai was like, "Fuck it, just take my sled." And he goes and does this huge fucking backflip. Well, his hand slipped off.
Oh shit!
Because the sleds are fucking heavy, dude. They're 700 pounds.
Dude, yeah.
And he went. It's like, meh, meh, meh. And as he went off the lip, hand blew off. And fuck, that was it, dude. And he just went and he just jumps off the sled, and the whole sled just goes like this, and it goes boof, and just he went down like spindle hit his helmet. Cracked his fucking helmet into pieces. His whole helmet was just like this. You could smush his helmet.
Wow.
He was knocked out, completely unconscious, and was buried in the snow.
Right.
Like 5 feet down. So
Right.
there's 10 of us, dude, running as fast as we can. We run over to him. We're fucking digging him out of the snow, and he's just out cold like a dead person in the snow.
Yeah.
Because the whole sled just pushed him now down into the snow.
Right.
Dude, it was so fucking gnarly. And we're digging the snow out of his out of his helmet, out of his goggles, trying to get the snow off of his face so he can breathe.
Right.
And like, dude, it was hard because you don't want to hit him with the shovel. And we don't want to, dude, it was
That's
gnarly.
what I imagine.
But I mean, I don't know what
Like
Ken
a
did.
Harley landing on you.
I don't know what
yeah.
Ken did.
Full blown bagger landing on you.
I don't know what Ken did, but somebody told me that he was going up a hill and then the sled just went like that and fell on him. But it had to have been something more gnarlier than that.
No, that could have been that. He's 50. He was older now.
55.
55.
Nah, I
Here.
don't know, man.
He was in great shape.
During
He was in great
During a
shape.
storm?
Great athlete.
I don't think, unfortunately, shape has. Look at that fucking NFL guy that just happened. That's what we're talking about. Shape, great shape has nothing to do with health, or you can fucking strike at any damn moment.
It's 'cause he was vaccinated.
Yeah, that's got something to do.
Hey, but legit, rest in peace to
Yes,
a
totally.
legend.
Rest in
Fucking,
peace.
all of them.
that is, he's a
pioneer,
reason,
and he was a great businessman, a great visionary.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, like Shawn, yourself, we all know who he is. If not, look up Ken Block. Look up Ken Block on YouTube.
Gymkhana.
You're gonna see some crazy.
all the Gymkhanas.
You're gonna see some crazy ass shit that just was like never attempted, never done. One of the sickest ones, dude, is where he drifted that car underneath that lowrider.
The
Fucking one hopping shit, dude. Is one of the
Yeah.
sickest fucking
Yeah,
ones, man.
that's
I love
gangster.
that shit. But that, like you said, pioneer, and when someone like that is a role model for probably all of us, and maybe not role model as far as like the type of man you want to be, but the commonality that we all share is machines and throttles and wanting to go fast and adrenaline and that type of shit. And when that's why we look up to him as a role model and shit. We're like, fuck, dude, look at what the fuck that guy's doing. I wish I could. Trust me, I wish I could do that shit.
Beyond all that, he was a good businessman, and he was super kind and
He was a good
helpful, and a good husband and a great father. So everybody that I know that knew him, Matt Schlingman and the guys from Breckenridge, all were close with him back in the 90s. Everybody just had incredibly good things to say about him, and I know he helped Schling start Wide Open Freestyle Magazine. They both left Breckenridge together and went to the Oregon area. They put on one of the first freestyle motocross events ever, bands, skateboarding, all that, so they definitely were pioneers of a lot of things, they saw stuff together and made it
DC
happen.
shoes.
That's right. DCs. That's
DC,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Man, I used to wear DCs all the time, man. Big old fat tongue.
Yeah.
Man. That was the style. That was a get down, you know?
I never went through that phase.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry for you, bud.
I'm sorry for you guys.
Me too.
I still
I feel sorry for him.
yeah, I still got friends that where I'm like, shit, dude.
I was still
What
rocking
the
shit.
fuck
I was
are you
rocking the
doing?
show.
I always rocked Vans.
Oh,
I always rocked Vans, but
Yeah.
but the big thing that was actually really funny is my little brother was on shorties with Chad Muska, and so if you know about the Circa Muska shoe, he had a weed stash in the shoe.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, people always tell me, man, I went to jail. I get out of jail and my weed would still be in the shoe. That's some funny.
That's how you know it worked, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know that shit worked.
So.
You can get away with a big fat tongue shoe like that.
Well, fellas, we're rolling up on about 2 hours,
Oh,
man. It goes
shit.
by fucking
It does
like
go
that,
by
doesn't
fast.
it, man? Believe it or not,
crazy.
dude.
It does.
I want
Flies.
to make sure that everyone knows where they can kind of get a hold of you guys again and follow and things of that sort. So, Brennan, what?
Brennan Baptista on Instagram, and then it's Shreddies Inc.
There you go.
On Instagram.
There you
Shreddies
go.
INC is
Yeah.
our new go.
Then there's that one there. Yep. So Brennan Baptista on Instagram, give him a
Yep.
follow. You always see him at the lot and shit. And then of course, the man fucking running 42 to 43 psi in the fucking rear tire. You know, that's gonna be my gauge now. I'm gonna go up to Stunt Riders. How much psi you fucking with?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
There you go, 25. Ah, fuck. Kellen's been over my table, 43.
Yes, sir.
That's right, man. But Kellen, where can they kind of follow along with you and shit, homeboy?
Instagram, YouTube, just search Kellen Stunts, Kellen.
And if you're in Ventura County area, look at that big old van rolling around,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Can't miss that shit.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Kellen Stunt, which, by the way, I love the setup in there, man. That shit is like when I go to the stunt lot and I see your guys' setups and you're just rolling up with the toolbox sometimes and you got what you got in a trailer and you guys are just rolling up to do it. But Kellen's like fucking like you've been not living out of that thing literally, but I mean, as far as like traveling and hauling your bikes, it's your workshop, it's your spot, man.
Yeah,
Got down with that shit, man.
The hammock's
So,
comfy.
the
And surprisingly, you can chill in the hammock rolling down the road. It's nice. It's nice.
So make sure you give him a follow. Kellen Stunt, Instagram, YouTube, and Miller Time,
Miller time.
right?
Miller time.
I think it's underscore. I was having a hard time.
You can just search Miller time.
Miller
though,
Time, and it'll come up. Yeah, I think it came up.
But
So
underscore Miller time underscore.
Drift Car, fucking gonna keep banging the Harleys and shit, man. And what's the next show? Obviously this weekend, but by the time this airs and all that, where's the next one? Is it going to be Chopper Fest? That's going to be the
Chopper Fest.
That'll be the next one.
February 12th, Chopper Fest.
Okay.
Ventura County Fairgrounds.
And if you see them out there, guys, say what's up. The cool guys, and if you're gonna film them, give them respect, give them space, give them that shit to be able to do their thing. Like they're gonna have certain trust in certain people to go like, hey, I'm cool with you standing right here to film me and get what you got to do, but you got to kind of be on that level. You got to kind of be on that with them. Don't just fucking go out there and like, oh, look how cool I am. It doesn't fucking work like that. Get out of their way a little bit. Let them do their damn thing. Put on a show for
photo.
you. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Play maybe only 20% this way or something like that for throwing it out there. Yeah. We can work something out.
75 grand.
Yeah, we can work something out. We can work something out for sure.
56, dude. I'm only down to 56 now. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rent's not cheap out here, man. Like
Nope,
Kellen
it's
said, you
not.
got to hustle any damn way you can, man. That's
Yeah.
what
Right.
we do. That's what the
That's
fuck we do out here.
I've
man.
been living on the road literally since before that podcast that I was on with you already. I've been still living on the fucking road, just still doing it.
Do I get a discount photo?
Yeah.
Scout photo.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been living off the road, living on the road, dude. Just still traveling around, still doing my thing, trying to stay down here as much as I can.
Get your ride time in, seat
Yeah.
time in.
Fucking $0, just living my life.
Hey, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that shit, though.
Chipotle's got the free food on the side there. You just go into Chipotle and you grab free food and you walk out.
Oh, is that a little hack?
Yeah, it's like
He's snagging the DoorDash, stealing the online order.
food to go. It's the food to go.
They just got in a bag sitting there
You
waiting for
You
you.
just
My
grab
name's
the
Sarah.
biggest one. You just grab the biggest bag.
Yeah.
You'll be good for a couple days.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, so I hit that every couple days.
I feel you. Yeah.
I'm good.
Good to go, man. It's always probably fun, too. Like, what am I getting today?
Yeah.
Salad,
Yeah.
burrito. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
I didn't
hate
want no
fucking
fucking
beans, dude.
quinoa fucking in
I
my
hate
shit.
beans. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
You can't hate
That's terrible.
beans being in fucking Ventura County.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
do
love
still
some
hate
beans out
beans.
here.
Fuck, believe it or not.
This is a Mecca, or not the Mecca, but it's a good place for some Mexican food, man. That's what we have.
Yeah, there is definitely Mexican food.
So, Well, homeboys, thank you guys for cruising by. I'm definitely looking forward to having you guys be at Chopper Fest and just be a presence there as a local representation, as just the homies. You know, you're welcome here at this table any fucking time that you guys want. Anytime you guys got something coming out.
Thanks for having
thank
us.
you guys. We're not going to fix that one. Come stop by the booth over at Chopper Fest.
Out.
Shout out to all of our sponsors. You know, everyone that helps us, everyone that helps do what we do, you know, Vanishing Ones, Della Crew, all of our homies back home.
Riviera Primo.
Shout them out, boys.
Stinger
Shout
Trailer.
MV Legal, Craze Motorsports.
Yeah.
Back Tech, Roo Rock.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
All of them.
Yes. Please.
I will
Grip
reach
Street.
Gastown Supply Co. They help me out with everything too.
Grip Street Supply and Warpath Clothing have really been helping me out.
Fuck
The Grip Street team is been great to me.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what you need, man. You need support. You need, you know, representation. You need just people behind you. And sometimes that support, let me just remind you, motherfuckers, sometimes support is just a repost. It's just telling people about them. It ain't got to be a dollar thing. You don't have to buy a shirt. You don't have to do. Sometimes the best way you can support people is just simply letting them know, like, hey, go check out Kellen. Go check out Brennan. Go check out Shawn.
Repost our shit,
that's it, man.
and help us out.
Yeah,
you know?
That's the way I try and help out as much as I can, man. So, again, I told you before, I told the other guests, so once you're here, your family, is there anything I can help, whether it's a repost or a share or whatever, you're putting a ride together, I'm here to as a resource and a support system for you guys. That's how we grow, right?
Yeah,
I want want to grow, and I want everybody around me that I'm kicking it with to fucking rise right along with me.
Yeah, thank you so much, amen. And I just want to say thanks for all your support. You know, when we've gotten together, you've pulled me aside and we've had some good talks, and they've definitely helped. You know. Helped me a lot. So thank you for your support.
Absolutely. You guys keep doing the same for him, man. You guys keep fucking making sure. I'll keep checking in with you. I'm going to keep seeing you out there. I'm going to keep seeing you out there, Shawn. Okay. February 12th. You guys will catch them at Chopper Fest. Make sure that you go and fucking check them out, dude. This is going to be a good ass time. 3-4 shows all out there, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's going to be a damn good time. All right.
Yeah.
All right, homeboys. Later.
We're out.
Later. Good shit, guys.
Good shit.
Thank you, guys. Let me end over here. Later, homeboys. They can't see us over there.
Toodles.